Yeah,
All
max
right.
out.
And
Right, yeah,
I
I've
do
got
this
that as
every
well.
time. I don't actually have like a background sound ready. Let me just pull something up. But anyway, we are starting the stream though, so hello, welcome. Um, so we are here. We already did the session recap. So, what are you guys doing? I believe we're heading to the mayor's house at this point, correct?
I don't know if we established finishing the long rest.
We
Yeah,
did the
We're done
we
with
rest,
that
and
now.
then we were
finished
going
the
to
long
discuss where
rest.
to go after.
Yeah.
And when you woke up, when the people in the house woke up and they stepped out into the sun, they got their strength back.
Mhm.
Right, we did say that.
And I was reading.
Yes. That's a little loud.
I've been with doggy.
Fair. Yeah, so Bartholomew and yeah, so at the moment Bartholomew, they're partying very late into the night, so their voice is a little shot at the moment. They're partying, celebrating being alive and this bounty. And actually, I do think there was a bit of a drinking competition that happened. Let me check see if there's a bunch of con
I
saves
think
up
that
ahead
was
here.
a few sessions ago.
Oh, that was a couple sessions ago. Got it. But anyway, so you guys wake up, you head out. Do you meet up at the mayor's house? Do you meet up at the inn?
I figured we'd be meeting up at the inn, because isn't that where we typically went to?
That is usually where you guys end up meeting up.
Oh, wait, no, I remember what I was going to do at the start of next session, because I wanted to do it at the end of the last one. I wanted to go over to the market to see if there are any new vendors, like how there was a new vendor that other time I went and he sold us the cursed masks.
Ah, yes, Marvelo. Yes. So, as you give me a quick perception check.
Perception. Let's see. I'm on +7.
All right. And
I believe what I was going to be looking for was like trinkets, baubles, anything interesting that is not normally that isn't like a normally sold, like common normal sold item. Yeah.
So as you look around, you do notice that everything seems about the same as when you first looked at it, where it's you have there's the what is clearly three kids in a trench coat selling pies. There is where the stand where John Williams used to be selling his statues, with a noticeably maybe like one or two statues there, like some smaller statues here and there, but most of them are gone. And you do note as well that there's a couple of fish markets as per usual, people selling fish, a couple people selling fruits, vegetables, as well as there is the person who's reading fortunes still, and with the decent long line there. But otherwise, so with all those are about what you saw the first time you were here. Marvelo seems to have skipped out on town, but that's not new information to you. You guys were there when he was like, oh shit, I gotta get out of here. So Marvelo is gone, and that's how the market is appearing to you.
Okay, so nothing new.
Correct.
Then, if there's nothing new, I will head back to the inn, and wait for the rest of the party so we can then go to the mayor's house as a party.
All right. And then is there anyone else who does anything before meeting up at the inn?
Haka's going to go to the marketplace. She wants to buy, like, a little shiny trinket or something for her pseudo-dragon friend. Or, I don't know, did we ever discuss... I don't know if we ever discussed whether it was male or female, or if it has a gender, even.
It wasn't established one way or the other.
Well, Haka's going to get them a little trinket or something that she thinks will suit them to get it started on its own hoard, if it wants one.
All right.
And then maybe a gold piece or two in addition. I don't know how much. I assume just something like a simple gold ring or something.
Yeah, let me just... Alright.
If you get the splatter one, this looks disgusting.
Stop squirting everywhere, Glorb.
I'm not doing anything.
Yeah, it seems to, as you're looking around, there seems to be, it takes interest in, there's like a spot with some good luck charms where they're kind of like whittling things, so making like little wooden figures. And with the wooden figures, it seems to take interest in one of those.
Okay, I will go over to take a look at the one that it is expressing interest in.
And the guy goes, "Oh, yes, I've been doing this for years. My wife, she used to do this and make these good luck charms, and I figured I could always use more luck after her passing, so I've been making these for quite some time now, and that one's, I like that one as well. It's a good choice, and it's, and it seems to be, like oak. It's just carved out of oak wood, and it looks like a ring with so it's like a circle with like a twig, in the circle. And it's like an olive branch.
How much for it?
Well, that'll be... Go ahead and give me a persuasion roll. And he'll look and he'll say, well, you know, you have kind eyes. Here, just 2 copper. I believe you... I would be grateful to be able to give you good luck, but of course, I can't give out things for free, otherwise I'd go bankrupt.
You make change for a gold?
He'll kind of look at it and be like, maybe. As he'll look through, and he's like, no,
God, we're in a poor town.
Then just keep the change.
He went to Dollar Tree with the $100 bill.
Yeah, that's all I have.
Yeah.
I don't have any silver pieces or copper pieces. I only have gold pieces.
And he's like, thank you, kind sir. Or madam. It's fine, madam. He knows you're a woman. Thank you, kind lady. And he's like, here, I do have 5 silver at least, and some copper. So he gives you back, if you take it back, he'll give you 5 silver and 8 copper. Or 10 copper.
Sure. I guess I'll take it if he's offering.
Yeah.
I gave him way more than that.
Yeah.
So.
And he says, thank you kindly. Many blessings on you.
Is it a good thing though? Because how is he supposed to break that?
It's fine. He just won't take change for a while.
Not true.
He
I
will-
would like to shop around for like basic herbs and spices and stuff.
Yeah.
You want me to put
Mhm.
that in my inventory or make a note under?
Yeah.
Oh no, I can't edit the.
Just put
the
it in your
pseudo
inventory.
dragon.
And,
Okay.
and that's an interesting point too. Do you want the pseudo dragon to like wear it, or do you
That
hold
was
on to it for it?
Kind of the point. It was to
Okay.
give the pseudo dragon a start to its own horde
Yeah.
if it wanted one.
So he'll see you like trying to hand it to the pseudo dragon, in which he'll go, "Oh, here," and he takes out some twine and kind of fashions a necklace out of it, and hangs it around the pseudo dragon's neck. And it goes, luck, good, yes, good, fashion, and kind of like just stiffens up its back, and puffs the chest out a little bit, to kind of accentuate the necklace that is now around its neck. And it just lets out just like a little from on your shoulder. And Enki, you said you were looking for like spices and such.
Yep.
So yeah,
Herbs, spices, side dishes.
as
Or
you
something maybe.
peruse, you do see a decent amount of spices. It takes a minute of looking around, but you do see some people are selling some spices. And are you asking to buy any, or do you simply say, I'm just taking this?
I'll buy some.
Okay.
Make the fish taste better.
And the guy goes, yes, well, if you're looking to cook some fish, these are certainly some great spices. I may also recommend you get some lemons to squirt some of that on. I don't sell any lemons myself, but I do have a variety of spices. I could just get a kit of spices for you. You seem like a first-timer. Happy to help.
Yeah, I'll take a kit of spices.
All right.
Sounds perfect for traveling too.
Exactly. You seem like a traveler. I'm rather observant, you see. And he will, he's like, for a starter kit, that'll be 5 silver.
Can you break a cold?
Yes, I can. As you hand him the gold, and he'll hand you back 5 silver and a package of, a little sack of spices. And in your inventory, you can just label it as spice bag.
How much does it weigh?
We'll say, I don't know, 5 pounds.
Okay.
Because, like, I mean, you paid a decent penny for this. So it has, like, a lot of spices in it.
And I'd like to ask him where I can get, where's a good stall to get lemons?
Yes, for some lemons, old James over there, his lemons are pretty decent. They come, I think he has a relatively recent shipment from the Passion Plantation, so, should be good purchasing. And he'll motion to a stand that seems to have a variety of fruit.
I'll go ahead and head over to, what is that, Old James?
Yeah, old James. And there's this guy who's, has a lemon shop, or a variety of fruit and vegetables. He's like, hi. Would you like to buy some of my wares?
Yeah, can I have 2 lemons?
Of course. That'll be 4 copper, please.
Is there anything I can grab to, like, around that would make it into a single silver? Like a tropical fruit or something?
Oh, why, yes. Or also you could just get more lemons.
Yeah, I guess I'll get more lemons.
Here, I'll give you, make a persuasion check.
Persuasion. There.
Yeah, so I'm like, all right, so how about this? I'll give you 6 lemons for 1 silver.
Well, I'll take it.
And he takes the silver, hands you the lemons. He goes, ah, thank you. A pleasure doing business.
And lemons.
Anything
6.
else you wish to purchase?
No, I'm good here. I just came to get some basic starting stuff
Ah, I
for the road.
Safe travels then.
Appreciate it. And then that's all I wanted to do in the market.
All right. And is anyone else doing things during this time?
Yeah. Believe it or not, Bartholomew wants to go to the fucking market.
So, honestly, at this point, I feel like it's like the gang all meets up in the market. It's like, no, we don't meet up here. And then you go back.
No, we all
to
just
the-
one by one just fucking go.
No, yeah, this is technically all happening at once. So
Oh, you're here. Oh, you're here.
Yeah.
Type beat.
Well, small town.
Small world, huh?
Oh, and
Wait, I'm looking for like
Needles
bones and
would've-
trinkets for the dog.
Needles is on Glorb's shoulder at the moment.
gotcha.
If Glorb allows it. Or Bartholomew, sorry.
That's fine.
Yeah, I would have been waiting for everybody to meet up to go to the mayor, and then when it seems everybody else is somewhere else, I would have come and met you guys.
All right. So then, yeah, the
yeah.
two of you are also in the market, and you're looking for some stuff for potentially for the dog. And as you look around, yeah, there does seem like to be a place that's selling a variety of bones, and as well as like dog food, like just essentially just meat. Actually, it's just like meat and bones.
We should get some of that for the goblins. It looks tasty.
He goes, yeah. The guy goes, or do you approach the stand?
Why, yes, of course.
And so the gal behind the stand with a like just large butcher's knife and goes, "Hail, traveler. What can I help you with? Here to buy some fine meat?"
Correct.
Ah, well, I have quite the slabs here. And you do notice there's also some bones as well. She hasn't offered the bones yet, but that could be something you could ask for.
Mm-hmm.
As she's like, so, is there any specific cut you're looking for?
Not particularly, but the bones look mighty nice. Are you gonna throw those out? May I have them?
Yeah, well, I was thinking of working maybe on a little art project with those, but honestly, fish bones might be a little better and better taste to use. So yeah, they do make a good broth if that's what you're looking for, but they're good for other purposes as well. So, you know what? Not my job to know what you're using the bones for, just to sell them. So yeah, I can. She has like a decent sized femur bone that she pulls out. She's like, "Will this work?"
Oh, perfect.
All right, excellent.
Not a human femur, right?
Yeah, go ahead and make the surgical kit roll.
Oh no.
Great.
Yeah, so this is a it's not a hold on, let me just see how big of a bone femur bones do cows have.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think Bartholomew would carry if it was the human or not.
Yeah.
It's a
Oh
bone.
no, Bartholomew wouldn't care. But she
Yeah,
was
yeah.
acting weird. You could use it for other things. And the first thing that came to
That's
my
true.
mind was necromancy.
That's a good point.
So
yeah.
yeah, they're thick. They're not like long, but they are pretty thick. And then let me just see horse
Horse.
Oh no, it's horse meat.
and
Hey, it's for the goblins. It's not for us.
mhm. And sure enough,
Use the
yeah,
bones
yes.
for
So
broth.
it's a horse femur. So it's pretty sizable and thick.
I will convey that to Glorb. I'm not sure if you care, but that is horse bones, meaning it's likely horse meat.
Yeah. For Wolfie.
I'm sure she'll enjoy it. Have we established the gender of our new wolf friend?
Yeah, I think she's a female. I think it's a girl wolf.
I'm sure she'll enjoy it.
Well, I do like that. I'll take it.
And she's like, ah, good. That'll be 5 copper.
Can you break this gold fee?
And she'll kind of like look at you and be like, well, you want to buy some meat as well?
Yeah, that might help.
All right. How about this? How much, and she looked, how much meat are you looking to buy?
We do have an empty fridge. In fact, Needles will say that to you. We do have an empty fridge, or a cooling container that we emptied out of wines. We could contain a large quantity of meat in there if you just want to buy a gold or two worth of meat.
Well, I'll just buy a gold's worth as well as the bone.
And she's like, how about 2 golds worth? And I'll help pack it for you.
Ah, even get help.
And she's
Deal.
like, all right. And she'll take the 2 gold, and she just like essentially packs up the rest of her stock, the stock that she has for her stall. And it's like, all right. And so you can put 25 days rations worth of meat in your inventory.
Did you guys
Gotcha.
just get swindled into buying everything she had?
I mean,
Not swindled.
like it.
He
All of her
simply,
horse meat? Yes.
yes, he simply made the choice to sell it or buy it. Yeah, you
So
have a
how many days worth?
large amount of goblins with you.
so many days worth did you say again?
25.
Gotcha.
And she's like, and you know what? There's a couple extra bones I tossed in there for you as well.
Awesome. You know, I think me being sick kind of made me really get into character more. I have that deeper grasp.
yeah. You know what? This does sound more Bartholomew, to be honest. Bartholomew's sick with it. All right. And with that, is there anything else you guys do while in the market?
We need clothing for our goblin friends. Get them up to snuff so they might be able to enter a city with us if the need arises. We can't assume there'll be a tunnel at every city for them to conveniently camp inside.
Weren't they once just
I would
on the
like
trip?
I would like to get the fantasy version of the image I posted in the chat. The closest I can get to that for all of them. I have a lot of money right now, so I've been waiting to have money so I could actually buy them.
Oh, no, I'd like to believe that that is what they're already wearing.
No, that's what they're already wearing.
Yeah. Just like brightly
Okay, well,
colored and such.
Okay, we'll just get them newer, cleaner versions so that they're, and get them at spares so that they don't have to wear the same thing every day.
Yeah, so they can
Just
mix
to
it up.
get them outfitted so they can look nice. If we have to bring them in as our entourage, maybe set them up in a business, a restaurant, if you would.
And yeah, so as you look around, you don't necessarily see the like clothing that fits what you're looking for, but what you do see is someone selling cloth that could be used for making that amount of clothes.
Is it luxurious enough? How luxurious is the cloth?
It's not really that luxurious. It's just it's cotton. Like you could still use it to make something look nice, but this town doesn't exactly have really anything that's luxurious, with the exception of
Does anybody
there used to be
Does
statues.
anybody in the group Does anybody in the group have the background to make clothing? I mean, I've got surgeon's tools. I could probably stitch the clothing together, but I don't think that would be the
Make
nice, luxurious way of doing it.
make a history check, or investigation or history, both work. And okay, gotcha. So
Okay, I guess I'll just roll over 25 for the rest of the day. Don't worry.
yep, all good. See, that's all you need. It's just that easy. So you realize the Gucci Goblin Gang made their own clothing.
Good point.
So if you provide them with the supplies, they should be able to just do it on their own.
Is what's here any better than what they currently have? Or
It's a-
should I just wait until we get to a fancier town?
So the stuff that's here is probably a little bit worse in quality, because like they have mixed fabrics, so it's not pure cotton. Like they actually have like silk and stuff like that mixed in with it as well. So their garments are fairly fancy. It's just a matter of, and actually, you know what? Let me just take that image real quick. Can I? Oh, no, it's not gonna let me. Let me just try one more time. This one.
Do they
I-
have accessories, as in jewelry, hats,
Yeah, they have
masks, rings?
they have like hats and rings on, and necklaces.
So you're saying in this town, at the very least, there's probably not a good way to increase their
Mhm.
drip.
Right. You might be able to find
maybe
a
I'll
couple pieces of jewelry in the market. You do see there's like a couple pieces of jewelry here and there, but for the most part, the Gucci Goblin Gang probably were richer than most people in this town, despite the
Right,
fact
because
that
they
they were.
steal
Yeah.
off the
Yeah.
town stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
They should have just made their
Could
own
I-
clothing and sold it, man.
that's my point. That's why we need to convert them to a proper business
Mm-hmm.
if they're this good at it. But yeah, I'll actually get them cloth. That's a good point from Enki. I guess he's not here, but the thought comes into Needle's mind to get them some cloth to practice with, to
Mhm.
maybe turn it into a business. And then I'll also get them gloves and masks to hopefully make them pass off maybe as halflings from, if somebody's not paying close attention,
Mhm.
if
And
that's possible. Just all I want is so that they don't have to hide in the tunnel for the rest of that campaign. And we can
yeah,
actually
No,
do
no, no.
stuff with them.
well, I will say as well,
Who, me?
with the 25 investigation, I'll just carry that over. You also acknowledge that the Gucci Goblin Gang, unless you could check with them just to confirm, but if they are only screwing with this one city, and like there doesn't seem to be an active bounty on them, they honestly should be fine in literally any other city. Mind you, like people
Right,
are
so
still
the
going
other
to be a
cities might
little
not have as
racist
bad an
towards
opinion.
them, but they won't
Right.
necessarily attack on sight.
Okay, then yeah, then I'll just hold off. We might increase their drip later if we get to a fancier town. But for now, I will just try to buy myself the equivalent of studded leather that I could wear under my lab coat to increase my AC by 1. I don't know how much that costs for fairy-sized studded leather,
And so, yeah,
if they have it.
as you see, they're like, well, you do find someone who seems to have some variety of armor and such, and they're like, oh,
It's like a
um,
doll's.
yeah, well,
a
so they
doll's
have
outfit.
regular armor. They don't have it for dolls, but when you
Mhm,
approach, they're like, well, I could make you a sized like they kind of look at you for a second and like, well, I could technically make some armor for you. I'd have to, of course, make it from scratch for the most part, or just take apart leather from a piece of actual armor. If you want, you could buy. Unfortunately, I'm probably gonna have to still charge you the full price, but I'll let you keep the rest of the supplies that I use, because I'll just take one of my sets of studded armor and use those supplies to resize. And obviously there's going to be plenty of extra scraps that you could, or someone who's good with making armor, they could use to repair your armor if needed, or even potentially reinforce it.
I am fine with that. I'm very rich right now. How
What
much?
what was the last like 30 seconds of discussion about? My entire PC froze.
Oh,
We talked
Needles is
about
buying
goblins,
armor.
and then
Turning them
armor.
into
Okay.
like ugly gnomes instead as a disguise.
And
And then buy an armor.
yeah. And she's like, "Oh, yeah. No, I could and you know what? I'll rush order it too. I do feel bad for you spending that much money on something that you're not necessarily going to get all of it used. So normally I'd charge extra for that, but and just like cuz your passive perception is high or passive persuasion is high enough. And so she's like, "Yeah, I'll go on ahead and I can rush order this. It should be done in, I don't know, give me 2 or 3 hours."
I appreciate the quickness. I will be back in 2 or 3 hours, and the price was. I'll just leave it with you now.
Yes, that'll be 45 gold.
45. I'm almost out of gold and have lots of platinum.
And she's like, "Well, I can break the change for you if."
No, I have enough gold.
Gotcha.
I have 3 gold left and 16 whole platinum. How exciting.
She's like, "Oh, wow. Yeah.
Easier for me to carry, considering my size. Quite
So-
convenient.
Yeah, no, wow, that's, you really are a high roller, huh?
I shouldn't have said that out loud. Well, Glob's here to protect me, right? Did Globe leave, or is he still hanging
No,
out?
no,
in the
I
market
think
with me?
Globe's still
I'm
with you,
chilling.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
chilling. I'm chilling.
yes. My big old bodyguard. Yeah.
To be fair, you're
we're-
leading
we're
every
well off for the
conversation
moment.
with, "I'm rich, so."
I'm
And
gonna get mugged.
actually, make a persuasion roll.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
I said
Oh,
over
man.
25
Yeah,
for the rest of the game.
yeah. And so she's just like, and she kind of pauses for a moment, and she's like, "I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I'm gonna see that much gold working here. Do you just want a leather worker? Like, because you're gonna be traveling around a bit. Like, do you have someone who's a professional leather worker? If not, I could just travel with you guys in case you need anything."
Rule number 1, you have to be fine with goblins, robots, and all sorts of other creatures. Secondly, you have to be okay with the possibility of dying.
Hey, we could die any day, and as long as no one steals my shit, we're good.
How much? Is it a daily rate or just a recurring business partner?
If you just help pay for my room and board, I'll just keep traveling with you, and I'll just charge you accordingly. You'll
I
of
look
course
at
get a
Corp and shrug.
You'll of course get a discount because of the fact that you're paying for room and board, and I might potentially take contracts in the city of which I go in. But I gotta be honest, been a while since I've seen a big spender, so I think this opportunity is one that I'd be hesitant to overlook.
Damn, she's sick of this broke ass town.
Yeah, but just
Right.
for sure.
You might
I'm
have
out of here. Take me with you.
Yeah, she is charging 45 gold for in a town that barely scavenges up a silver. So,
Dang, that sucks.
Hey, respect the hustle.
yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be heading to Castleton soon. I would have to consult with the rest of my group, but that sounds amenable to myself. Be nice to have a few more hands along for the journey. Skilled hands, that is.
Yeah, and over time I could potentially, as I get more used to your fitting, it might be easier for me to reinforce your armor as we travel and I get more time to practice. So, something worth considering. Of course, I'll still charge you, but how
Well,
many
after
people
we
are you
save
going
your
to
life
see?
several times, we'll see how that discount works out. Anyhow,
Exactly.
I believe that's it. I'll see you in 2 to 3 hours with a response from the rest of the group, if
And-
that's all right.
And she nods. She's like, "Oh, I don't think I gave you my name."
I was just about to ask. Thank you. My name is Needles, and I'll reach out my small fairy hand.
And
I'm with all of you.
and she says, pleasure. The name's Gale. Gale Swiftfingers. And she
Gale?
shakes her hand.
Swift Fingers, good name for the job.
Oh, yeah, gave it to myself.
Yeah, I was
see.
about to say.
Oh.
I was
Holy
like, that's clearly-
ego.
And, And she's like, all right, well, I'll be seeing you, and I'm gonna get to work. And if you give her the 45 gold, she'll take it and then get to work.
Yeah, I gave it to her.
Bye, Gale.
I don't actually. Yeah.
Yeah. She's like,
How
bye
much
bye.
was the cloth that I was? Oh, go
Oh,
ahead.
the cloth. Sorry. Yes.
The cloth for the goblins to practice with. I was just gonna buy some bulk cloth.
Yeah. As you okay, so like a bolt is, as you see the person, she's like, yeah, that'll be about, for the whole for a yard, it is a for 1 square yard, that's 5 silver pieces.
I will spend. So it's 1 square yard. I will get 10 square yards.
And she's like, all right, and
It's 5 gold.
yep, and she'll take it, and he'll take it, and he'll be like, thank you.
You're very welcome. I'm very rich. And I move on.
And he's like, oh, that,
I assume
all right.
if
We're
Glor's willing
following
to help
his
me
rich
carry it,
too.
otherwise I'll cast a spell to help me carry it. But I assume.
Yeah.
Actually, we're carrying a ton of meat too. Glor's strong. He can probably carry it.
I'm strong. I'm strong.
You got it.
And then the last thing, sorry, but I have been waiting to my big purchase for my spell so I can actually cast it. Do they have, or can I somehow obtain a gilded flower worth 300 gold pieces? Very expensive.
Yeah, as you look around, a gilded flower worth 300 gold. Let's see.
Let's see.
Yes.
Rolls.
So as you look around, there does seem to be someone who's selling fine jewelry, as well as a variety of other trinkets. Not the guy who was selling wooden trinkets, mind you. And it's like, oh, and you do see there's like a variety of, like a menagerie of silver, gold, and other kind of jewelry. And he's like, yes, so you wish to buy the flower?
Yes, it's a connection to the Fae, preferably. It's for a bit of spellcraft that I'm capable of weaving, but I haven't had the chance to obtain the materials.
Yes.
Just a flower gilded in some sort of material that'll increase the value enough to open a small gateway, if you would.
And she's like, yes. He's like, yes. Well, I do happen to have a golden flower with that I could sell to you. That's worth how much gold did it need to be worth?
300.
300.
There's
That's
at least 300, so if it's more, that's fine.
yeah. No. It's only 300. This gilded golden flower for, I'll say for you, 300 gold.
Does it seem like it would suit my purposes?
If you could pop the spell for me, I believe it will.
Does it sell you?
And then yeah. It will most certainly work for you.
So you about to summon my
Right.
parents?
In theory, I will make that purchase, kind sir. It's a pleasure doing business. I will make good use of this flower.
And he's like, oh, of course, and I'll make good use of this gold.
I'm a bit less rich now, unfortunately, but
And I'm a bit more rich.
it's worth the price. Very true.
See, and everyone said it was insanity for me to be selling this stuff here. But all it takes is one person who can actually afford it, and you're set.
That should last you a while, considering the houses here are only 100 gold.
Yeah, with the
Would you be interested in buying a house for 300?
Are you trying to sell the freaking John's house?
A genius.
Well, there's another house that opened up for 150. I'm thinking of.
I think there are going to be 2 opened up. The Arthur and Griffin had to leave in a hurry, if you heard.
Yes, I heard about Griffin's house. I didn't hear about the author. I just assumed he was staying recluse. But I'll probably just buy Griffin's house.
Well, that's a shame. Anyway, I bid you adieu.
I bet you
Can we
would
get
do as well.
membership of Griffin's house? Real estate in this country?
Now
of
that
the town?
I'm the rich person in this city, I'm gonna buy a house.
I'm still far more rich than you.
I
Hush, hush.
see. But you're not staying in the city now, are you?
That's a
We
fair
shall-
point. That's a fair point.
I will stay here just to be richer than you.
Does the mayor even have a spare keys to Gryffindale's house?
A valid question.
Ultimate power move. We purchase every single house in the
Yeah, I was
second
gonna,
place.
yeah, I was gonna say. I'm all like, what about the princess? No, we're landlords.
Why do that when we could buy while it's low and sell when it's high?
This town will never be
If
high.
we can
Yeah.
accumulate enough property, the prince
Now,
might come to us.
That's a good point.
It's about
That
the
would be a
best.
Hold
hilarious
on, guys.
campaign. We just build up Harbor Town for the rest of the campaign, just bigger and bigger and bigger.
Oh my gosh, hold on. We
I mean,
build up
eventually, if
Harbour Town.
Harbour Town is the size of the whole map, then he'll be in the city.
We win.
True.
We found him.
Hold on. We build up Harbour Town enough that it earns to become a small barony, and then we meet the king, and then boom, we're already in the we've already met the royalty. We're just gonna find the prince from there. I think that's a huge stint.
We can discuss when we go to the mayor. We'll see how much he wants for the whole city.
Dude, what is this bum mayor gonna give us, bro?
The city.
Well, it's what we're gonna
His
give
job.
him for
Yeah.
the city.
The mayor isn't gonna give us anything of worth.
He owes
The only
us-
thing worth is if he steps down and we stay in the city and turn it into a money making machine. You know,
What is it
Casino?
called? Like an oligarchy? with,
Casino.
Like a cancer.
Let's get these needs.
Yo,
Oh, dude.
there's a
We
lot
got
of
a casino.
there's a lot of empty space on this map. I'm sure we could fit a Dollar General in there somewhere.
Glorb's losing all his money if we open a casino.
Cool. Let's
But
go.
if you're part of the
gambling.
the house always wins.
Yeah,
That's a good
true.
point.
Oh. But yes.
All right, so I've got my flour, I've got my armor, I marked off all my gold and platinum and such.
I got meat and bones.
Yes.
We're good to go. Should we drop this off? Should we drop this off at the goblins and then meet with the group?
Ugh. Sounds good to me.
All right,
I'm
then
down
we do
for it.
that.
I'm
And
gonna go get a drink of water. I'll be back in a moment.
and what is Hawk doing during this?
Severance, there's water at the inn.
Probably given the wait, how? What's the actual size of like the the copper, silver, and gold pieces, like in comparison to the pseudo dragon? Because I want to give it some money as well for its hoard, just a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, that's right, because you went shopping.
Yep.
And then, so yeah, let me finish this, and then I'm actually going to jump to Avalon. Yeah, so the coin, it's about, like, a coin is the size of its head.
Okay. So probably don't give it too many. Give it maybe just one coin.
And just kind of, like, collapse onto it.
Yeah, which coin am I gonna give it though? You know what? I'll let
The
it choose
platinum
whether it
coin.
wants a copper, a silver, or gold.
It will take the silver.
Alrighty.
And Avalon, what have you been up to this morning?
I was going to work on my arm.
Gotcha. Okay, so go ahead and make. I believe, did we make that a tools? I think we made that a smithy
Yeah.
tools or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Okay.
either Smith or Tinkers.
Yes, that's right. It was one of the two. Either way, you're proficient, and it's all right. Add 15% to the progress on that.
Okay. I need the math.
The
Hold on.
number of rolls over 25 this session is
This
really ridiculous. I don't
Just
think
wait.
we've rolled below a 13.
Just wait till we get into combat.
Yeah, I was about to
Wait
say
till I
it's
roll.
it's literally just
Yeah.
the second you leave combat, that's where all the rolls are like time to go high. The second you enter combat, the rolls are like, oh, time to go back down.
Also, I do want to point out.
Oh, I got this working again.
Hey,
Nice.
Yeah.
hopefully that'll
It
be
is horrible though.
easier on your
whenever doing
voice.
something, whenever doing something story based, we roll super high. But whenever we're doing freaking combat, I can't roll above 5, man.
Yes, you're just dying. Just, hey, at least your sleight of hand to pickpocket people seems to be consistently high. So,
True.
but yes. So all right. So Avalon is spending his time working on the arm. All right. And cool. And then after
Well,
a
also-
while, oh, sorry. Yes.
I was gonna say
Yeah,
after
I'm
like
fine.
on it, I was going to head to the inn, and I wanted to start talking to Gregory while we
Gotcha.
wait for everyone.
All right. And so, and I believe you guys are heading back to so for the group that's quickly heading over to the Goblin camp, do you guys discuss anything with anyone at the camp, or do you just kind of show up, drop off the stuff, and then head back?
I just wanted to drop off the stuff quickly. Just
Yep.
the cloth and whatever meat was going to be for them. I don't know if it's all for the wolf or whatnot.
Gotcha.
Check on John. I guess yeah, we're going to store the meat in the
In
the container.
the
John's cooler.
the cooler container.
If Tibble's there, though, I just want to say hello to my buddy.
And Tibbles nods. He's working out, getting doing a lot of calisthenics.
Also, have they seen my Bartholomew drip yet?
No, yeah.
We've passed through several times.
Yeah, they saw it. I think they remarked on it the
Okay,
first
good.
time they saw that. He
Good,
appreciated
good,
it.
good. I do remember that now.
Mhm.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, so Avalon, you show up to speak to Gregory, or you enter the inn, and well, howdy there. What can I do for you? Everyone else is kind of otherwise preoccupied at the moment. I think everyone went to do a little morning shopping.
I see that. I just kind of want to ask, like, how do you feel about all of this?
Well, it's a simple life and a safe one, so can't say I complain one way or the other.
So you don't feel like getting involved with all the shadow organization and all that stuff, like the Dragonborns and the war?
Nope. Best I stay out of it. Not really my place.
Even with all you know, like in the past?
Look, it's usually whenever a dragon, and he'll like kind of lower his voice and be like, look, whenever a dragon picks a side, it usually doesn't go well for the dragon, regardless if they made the right choice or not. And he's like, what I'll say is this. I know that Ignis has done me a great favor. And if all I have to do in return is live a simple life here in the inn, then that's all I'm gonna have to do. That's frankly all I can ask for. And I don't mind it here. It's nice. We get a variety of travelers coming through. We get to see a lot of new faces, hear some new stories, and see people off as they're heading to make their own.
Even though this is not the actual burn, but a different version of burn, you're fine with it?
Yeah, it doesn't really matter if this is or isn't, if this is or isn't burn. What matters is this is where I am currently. And this is where I will be. And I'm alright with that.
I like that.
And he just nods. But
Now, the,
although I'm curious, why do you ask?
I mean, it's kind of weird. Just that when Nala showed up, she's being all secretive about stuff, and you seem like just fine with it, and also like you feel like it was like the normal things you would do about all the things.
Yeah, well, you know, I try not to pry too much. If someone doesn't want to divulge certain information, then you know that's their right. And yeah, you know they've got a lot of stuff going on that seems to be very intricate and requiring a lot of this and that and hearsay, there say. It's frankly, I feel it's one of those situations where if they don't feel like sharing, then I'll take it at face value because they've already done enough for me.
That's fair.
But of course, I understand being someone traveling in these fine lands. If someone who's keeping the peace is keeping something from the people, that can be concerning as to why they might be keeping that from people. But consider that maybe it's for a good reason. And now, of course, I ain't telling you to assume that, but that's what I'd like to do.
It's also going to be much harder for us since we have no idea what's going on.
I guess. Well, what again are you, what are your plans anyway? Are you looking for maybe mercenary work or, just, I wouldn't worry too much about other people's goals and think more on what you want for you. Not to be selfish or anything, but I'm just saying, a man's nothing without a direction.
Believe me, I know about how that feels as well, but I don't think we have like a straight goal at the moment. We just have to figure out we're going to Castleton next, and that's where Nala told us to go to like get more work.
Yes.
So we're basically mercenaries at this point for someone, but at the same time, we're just still figuring out what we need to do and regain what we lost.
Yes, of course. Yeah, then it seems like you know where you're heading to next. I guess it would be kind of difficult to know what you want in life if you can't remember most of the life you've already lived. So,
right.
That's fair enough. Well, I wish you best of luck on that journey. I'm sure you'll be doing all right.
Yeah, you're going to hate me for asking this. I want to arm wrestle.
And he'll just kind of look at you and just be like, well, I'm not sure why you would,
look, we gotta prepare. I need to figure out if I know where this is going with our journey and the enemies you probably want to face. I need to know how strong I can get.
Oh, so kind of like compare your progress to an arm wrestle now to an arm wrestle later?
Yes.
How about you just assume you lost this one and then go from there?
Can I just have a test? If I lose the first one, I'll just take it.
Make a persuasion check. He'll just kind of look at you and be like, and he'll like look at your arm, and I guess that's a good point. Do you use your because which arm again is the one that is the mechanical arm?
The left arm.
Left? Okay. And so are you right-handed or left-handed?
Right-handed.
You are right-handed. So he kind of looks to your left arm and then back at you, and he's like, I'd hate for you to have to make a second one. Like, I
First of
do
all,
my
this arm-
best, but I
Full
can't
Metal
make
Alchemist.
promises, right? So, how there's got to be some other way of measuring your strength. You know, Nala mentioned that you tried to capture that one fella or some that what was his name, Griffin or something like that, and he almost killed you. Maybe try to find another Shadow Guard member, and he'll like lower his voice. Maybe try to find another Shadow Guard member and see if you can take him on. And if it seems like it gets easier to take them on, maybe that's a good way of measuring strength. And everyone has their own strengths, right? Like, so maybe your strength isn't physical strength, it's something else. If a fish measures its capabilities based on its ability to climb a tree, a fish is going to think it's incompetent. But if a monkey measures itself of how well it can swim, it swims decent, but it's never going to beat the fish, right? So just find your measurement that's appropriate for you, where you'll have the best growth in. Maybe an arm wrestle isn't exactly the best spot for that. Maybe it is, but I think maybe you should keep that into consideration before you challenge someone who may or may not have arm wrestling as something they might be pretty good at.
Okay. What if I'm able to push your arm a bit, I'll take that as a win. You just have hold your hand your hand arm straight.
Okay, all right. Yeah, all right. That can we'll use that. We'll use that. And that does seem a bit safer. All right. And let's see, where is the proficiency as well? It's this. Jesus. Okay. So he'll put his arm down, and okay. All right. Go ahead and make an athletics check.
Okay. I want to use the inspiration, so I'm not going to be higher, but.
Or do you want to see what he rolls before you use any?
Yes. I don't want to use my spells to enhance my ability, so yeah, I'm just keep 13 then.
Yeah. So, his arm does not budge at all. It stays in the exact same spot. You might as well be pushing the ground. Actually, no, the ground would have more give.
I'm just like, well, damn. That's tough. You're tough.
He like looks at you and he's like, You were here when your friends established I was a dragon, right?
Well, yes. I still want to try my best. I didn't get to try.
And then he kind of pauses. He's like, I guess that's kind of on me for assuming that people understand the strength of dragons.
I mean, the only thing I've fought, it was all my travels. I haven't fought like a dragon. I've only fought like other creatures. I've been in the war a few times.
Mm-hmm.
But never someone at your strength. So
no. But you know what? Maybe that day will come again. There are plenty of strong adventurers traveling throughout these lands. So you might even face one that's, not as strong as me, maybe, but like decent strength, maybe more manageable strength for where you're at your current journey through life.
Well, thank you for this. That was actually very helpful.
No, of course, happy to help. It's part of what I appreciate being here. And with that, I'll say that's when the rest of the party arrives at the inn. So the party is all met up at the inn. What do you guys do?
So, everyone, are we interested in hiring a permanent leather worker. We had an offer at the market, unintentionally.
Are they expecting us to keep them safe?
She seemed, her name was Gail Swiftfingers, self-proclaimed. She seemed comfortable with the notion of potential death. I don't know how much danger that encompasses, but I assume we'll keep her as safe as we keep the goblins. I don't mind
So-
either way.
So we're not keeping her in the tunnel, correct?
I assume
Yeah,
she'll
let's
be
go.
camping with the goblins and John, and whoever else we pick up along our journey.
Yeah.
Is
What
there
was
any
that?
benefit? Is there any benefits to having Miss Swiftfingers as a member of our I don't know what to call it. The cave.
A member of Frag.
As a member of Frag.
There are potential benefits. I'm not sure how often we'll use them. Anybody that partakes in the use of leather-based armors would probably benefit. She might be capable of working other types of armor. Most armor uses leather, even if it's not primarily crafted out of such. Did she seem like she was purely a leather worker, or did she have a broader range of skills, Chef?
Yeah, at her stand, you did see a variety of other armors as well. There
So more
seemed
of an
to
armor
be
worker, armorsmith?
Yeah, she mainly seemed to have leather armors, but she also had a decent amount of medium armor, and she had like a standard array of heavy armors, maybe a couple, not much in terms of heavy armor, mainly medium and light, but she does still sell heavy armor as well. It's just she might not be as proficient with working with
Proficient
that.
just yet.
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't
to
see
be
a
fair-
reason to not take them with us.
Right.
I was gonna say, to be fair, I don't think anybody in this town can really afford anything above leather armor. If leather armor
Yeah.
I mean, they're not
Yeah.
defending
to have
anything.
anything above it.
They're not defending anything, so they really don't need the armor here.
I don't
I'm
mind
not opposed.
personally.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to it.
It'll help with mending and stuff.
Yeah, it was cool. I'm okay with it.
Yes, the only thing she requested was that we provide pay for her board and room and food for every city, but she would also provide us a discount for any goods or wares we would purchase in turn, so I agree. I don't think there's any disadvantage to it. I just wonder
Good
whether or not we'll
downside.
actually use her services.
I mean, do you want to get her now, or
She'll be done with my armor in about 2 or 3 hours. But
Oh.
yes, for all I know, she's a very skilled craftsman that might be able to create enhanced forms of armor. Maybe perhaps with your help, Avalon. I'm not opposed to it. I just didn't expect everyone to be so eager.
I mean, another person in our party that's also going to help us? That's a plus, really.
Mhm.
More
Yes,
mouths
man.
to feed.
The kingdom
More
of Frag.
eyes.
We are going to usurp
to
the
see.
king and prince.
Second question: are we still going to get that bull from the bottom of the sea?
Oh.
Because we lost one already.
How strong is that fishing rod of yours, Enki?
Not that strong.
Would I actually know out of character or in character if a magic fishing rod might have the strength? Like, if we would it hold up if we had Glorb and Temel, like our two strongest party members, both pulling on it? Would it be strong enough with its enchantment?
It would be not so much an issue of the line itself, because due to it being magical, you have a feeling that the line itself wouldn't break per se. More so, it's a very heavy object that is also underwater.
I do also have Peerless Athlete. I think it might come in handy for this sort of situation, though. We'll roll with
With advantage.
advantage.
Oh, that is
Or-
helpful. That
Let's
is
see,
really good.
augment-
Twice as much.
Yeah, advantage. Yep.
I
And
mean,
carry
you
it.
could
Oh,
use
and you
your
can
own
lift
fishing
twice as
pole.
much as normal.
I'm just wrong.
So, and let me just double check.
Do orcs? Because Glorb's a full-blood orc. He might have a similar ability. Because if he's a large-sized creature, he would also be able to carry twice as much as a medium-sized creature. So the two of them, that's effectively 4 people. If orcs work the way I think they do, but I might be misremembering.
We can also get the half of an orc. Maybe he could do something.
He still has his arms.
And
I forgot we had that guy.
really
Yeah,
quick,
right?
Timmel, what is your strength at currently? Not the modifier, the number itself.
Let me check the character. It's the ones on the left side, right?
Mm-hmm.
17.
17. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's try so 17 times. Hold on, let me just calculate it really quick. So
Yeah, they're both
Like-
effectively carry and push as though they're large creatures.
yeah, I was about to
Like
say.
freaking.
Okay, so
orcs'
actually,
abilities is
holy hell.
jacked as hell.
So while you
Got some
have your
strong group.
yeah and then Bartholomew, what's your strength score?
Oh, 4. Right now.
No,
No, the
underneath
the
it.
other
the
one.
total
Yeah,
number.
the total one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's 18.
18. And then
Yeah.
And then so we have. Oh no, sorry. It's
Does Terra
Oh.
have a strength score?
either way. You guys still, between the two of you, one of you, Timmel can lift while he has his Peerless Athlete on. He can lift 1,020 pounds, and Glorb can pull or push 1,080 pounds. So
Strong boys.
actually, you might be able to pull it out.
We got some deadlift world champions over
Yeah,
here.
holy hell.
We got freaking Eddie and Thor, bro. The heck?
I'm willing to give it a
Yes,
shot
Enki,
if Glorb is. Or now Bartholomew, I should say.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And the rod itself should be fine, Enki. Nothing to worry about there. It's quite the hefty enchantment. Strong enough to endure most forces we could apply. Maybe
But
Gregory
fishing-
could break it if he tried.
Fishing's all about finesse. I think you guys. should
Unless
just
you're
go
fishing a
with-
bull.
I think I'll be fine.
And it's a matter of technique.
Technique.
Exactly.
Sure.
Yeah, bring it around town.
Do
So
you know where the bull is?
you have you remember where you told it to go jump into the water.
Yeah.
It can't wander or anything, right?
No, because you just told it to go jump into the water and just stay there.
Yeah, it can only follow command.
My second question
Uh,
is, didn't it go berserk if it wasn't near him though?
Mm-hmm.
Because that was the whole thing. So isn't it going berserk down there?
Yeah, it's
Which might give
thrashing
us a
around.
hard
We do
time?
not know.
But yeah, you haven't seen it though, so you're not sure.
Would I remember that statement?
No, you
So-
remember that it would be thrashing around at this point. It's just, is it thrashing around in that specific spot, or is the thrashing around including running around?
True. Right. Well, I'm willing to give it a shot, I guess. But only if I can help.
Of course.
All right. So you guys.
I guess
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
mine and Glorb's help is only really needed to pull him out, not necessarily to hook him. Right?
That's true. So
Would the hook be able to pierce the bull or to pick it up, or are we needing somebody to go down there and wrap
It
the
is magic.
line around it? Yeah, that's why I'm asking. Otherwise, I would assume we need to wrap it up.
yeah, you'd probably. So, I
'Cause it
believe.
does have the vine whip spell
Yeah.
attached, right?
So it essentially could grab him just magically due to it like acting as a vine whip kind of thing. So essentially, like, instead of hooking onto it, it like lassos itself around him. Around it. So you wouldn't necessarily, with like a regular fishing rod maybe, but since this has the ability to grab and yoink, it's nah, yeah, you don't have to have someone swim down there. It'll do it for you.
I think this is on you, Enki.
Right.
Yep.
I shall
Divine rule.
cast. Actually, before I cast, I'd like to cast Dancing Lights in a kind of a chain to where the bull is, to maybe help us see it if we are pulling it up.
And really quick, go ahead and give me a flat, just a luck roll. So just a D100.
Puh, puh. Come on. Lady Luck, don't feel me now.
Oh, damn.
I think I'm gonna use
DM
a
inspiration.
I don't know if that works for this.
Yeah, I
Does
know I
it?
made it a D100, but a DM inspiration can work for this.
Okay.
I was
God
gotta go
damn.
swimming.
Alright. I'm not begging for anybody this time. Come on. Guys, I think we're cooked.
Is this final answer?
Well, one more time couldn't hurt, you know? Come on. Third time's the charm, you know what they say.
We do have a fish on our side.
Yep.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Unfortunately, when you show up, it does seem like in its rampage it wandered off.
No.
So you do not see it in the waters when you go to try to find it.
Well, guys, I got bad news. The bull's gone.
Question.
Mhm.
Would it be able to hear us call out to it in the water at all?
If it was nearby, then maybe, but it's underwater and nowhere to be. Like, you'd be more likely to see it than it would be to hear
Okay.
you, given that
Okay.
it's under the water.
Well, this is a troubling thing, guys.
We're out of a bull.
He could make another one, right?
Uh,
He's made two. I'm sure it'll be fine.
It'd probably take quite some time. Is anybody at the dock besides us?
No. And notably, Christopher Dawkins is no longer at the dock.
He
That's
took
right.
the
He was an
bull.
eldritch god waiting for us to bring him his golden rod, and now he's plotting his
No.
revenge. Okay.
For real.
If anybody would see the fucking bull, it would probably be me with my perception.
Yeah.
that is true.
Is there like
Ava?
a pair of glasses I can get my character? Yeah, like, I need it.
Oh man.
Winch, really, or sorry, not Winch. Is Avalon back?
I'm at the docks with them right now.
Or sorry,
Yeah, we all met up.
very far. So everyone's met up. So everyone's traveling together. Is there anyone who didn't go to the docks?
I was there prepared to help.
All right. So I will say that Severance has like a passive perception of like almost 20, I'm pretty sure, if not 20. Let me just double check.
Pretty sure it's 17.
17. It's pretty high. So
Yeah, it's 7.
Severance, you can make a perception roll if you want. But I think even with the passive of 20, unfortunately, it does seem like it's wandered. It might have gone deeper into the ocean. Like, you don't see signs of thrashing anywhere. Mind you, it is at the bottom of the sea, so it would be a little bit harder to see if it was further out.
All right.
But with like a 22, yeah, you can confidently say as you look around, it's probably gone pretty deep into the waters. And you also know there is a creature that's like not a fan of Craig might not be a fan of this thing thrashing around.
Oh no. Wait,
Not
we can ask
Craig.
him.
But Craig was nice.
It seems like either our
Craig was nice to us.
bull that found its way in the sea either wandered into the very, very deep part or could have been dealt with by Craig, who is not a big fan of the thrashing that the bull was doing.
What the heck would he do with the bull, though? Toss it somewhere further, I guess.
I mean, we can go down to the shore and check if there's anything there, but at the same time, there's probably no point.
Are we able to see Craig? Like, is Craig still kind of lingering around to maybe Needles can talk to him again?
You do not. I know there's an image of him here, but he's not
It's
actually
the map.
here.
Canonically,
pretty
this is the
sure-
map. Canonically, this is the map we drew.
Yeah,
on
this
it.
is the yes, exactly.
With the weird glowing orb that's just constantly it's on.
Mm.
Am I the only one who sees that? Is it just a
Yeah,
fuzzy-
it's not showing up for us. It might just be a visual
That's-
glitch because it happened with me last time I was actually last session. It happened to me, and I thought it was someone doing it, and I think it's just the thing glitches.
Yeah, it's not showing up for
Okay, there you
me,
go.
so it
What the heck is that
probably
freaking? Why is there a splash one? I don't have that one.
You have to
You're
scroll
talking
down.
about-
Oh shoot! Oh, there's so much more.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
I
like,
do have the ability to send a message over really any distance. If we think it's worth expending a high-level spell slot on, I could contact Craig and ask him, or we could just give up. But that's up to the group. I'll spend
Right.
my spell if you desire.
Do we really want to bring Craig this close to the shore in front of this town at this point?
I mean, I can send him a message wherever he is all I'm asking. Is I could just ask him whether or not he's seen and or destroyed our dear bull.
I would recommend not spending the spell slot.
Yeah, how does the group feel?
Yeah, I don't think we need to. If John
Bull's
has the
unimportant?
ability to make another bull, then we'll be fine.
Oh, I say. It could be a while before another bull could become real again, so. I
We
mean,
can always just buy some ox or a few horses. We don't necessarily need ourselves a stone bull.
Doesn't he also need his workshop to do all this, or no?
That is the presumption. Hard to carry around a massive slab of stone to carve into a bull while moving from town to town. We could always leave him here and meet up in the future.
I thought we were taking him with us every time.
That was... It's only an option I was bringing up if we wanted him to craft a bull.
No.
But I don't know if that's necessary. It didn't seem particularly tough to begin with.
Well,
Honestly, John's a more valuable asset, in my
Right.
opinion.
Is Nala still in town?
You have not seen her while you've been here.
She might have left early in the morning.
Ladder War again.
Well, how long do we need to wait for your stuff, Needles?
Oh, just a few hours. I assumed we'd finish up everything we had in town. 2 hours,
Right.
and then we pick up the armor and Gale. If we needed to leave sooner, she could even do it on the road with us, since we agreed we'd be taking her with us. So it's not an issue if we want to leave earlier, but it shouldn't be too long.
Well, I'm gonna head back to the tavern, and I want to practice cooking with
Do-
the innkeeper.
I want to head to the mayor since I have the arm still, and just show
I'll be
him.
on Tara's
stuff.
shoulder.
Yeah. So we're gonna head to the. I'm heading to the mayor's house with Tara and Needles.
Akka is going to head back to the tavern and up to the room she was staying at and making sure that she's got everything packed and ready to go for when we leave.
All
At
right.
least her stuff.
What you got going on, Glorb?
Yeah. Yeah. Nothing.
Nothing.
Bartholomew, by the way.
Bartholomew? Oh yeah, my boy Bartholomew. You wanna go shoot some? What they got darts in the inn? It's like a bar.
Yeah, sure. They got darts. Why not?
Let's go shoot some
I
darts.
am also
Bartholomew.
going to go back to the
Okay.
inn to pack everything up.
Gotcha. And so, really quick, Enki, just give me the cooking tools roll. I think it's just like a
Oh.
flat int roll. I think we said.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bam.
All
so we're
right.
packing to leave, huh?
Wow, huh?
Add
Can't roll that much, and I never am trying to freaking do luck or anything. Huh?
add a
Right.
12% to the gauge to the progress.
Okay, okay.
So we're packing to leave though right now, pretty much, right?
Yeah, you guys are just kind of packing up and then maybe playing a quick thing at darts. Oh yeah, having a drink
One drink for the fucking
for the
dirt
road.
game. Yep. A good old goodbye.
I'll take a dart. I'll take a drink too.
Well, the
Very good.
drinks are still free.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
One as well.
Might as well.
I mean, to be fair, we paid for them. With a,
We did.
Overpaid.
We did.
Mhm.
So we're saying cheers.
While you're still at the location that you have the open tab. All right, so yeah, Hawk, you're wow, that's an unfortunate roll on your part.
Yeah, I'm chilling. I'm good. I
Yeah,
know that.
no one gets drunk just from one drink, but you got but Hawk's definitely feeling it. Like Hawk's definitely tipsy. And so we'll jump to the mayor's house. So Avalon and Needles, you show up, and sure enough, you
With a
see.
big ol' severed arm.
Yep, you're carrying a
Yep.
severed arm, and you see. Is that actually his name? I thought it was a different name. There we go. It's trying to get his name. Anyway, yes, Governor Grant. That's right. It's not mayor. It's the governor of the city.
Is it governor?
Mhm,
Oh.
And he's this broke?
mhm. And so you see Governor Grant just sitting in a like a lawn chair, sipping a mimosa, laying in the sun. Hello there. Well, did you get any success, or what brings you here?
I will.
Oh, you want to go ahead, Needles?
Oh, I was gonna start silent image using silent image to reenact the brutal death of Gryffindale while Avalon was talking. If you wanted to, just give him some backing scenery.
Well, it's a tale of oldest time. Your brave adventurers went out to find this dastardly villain and have come back not with the golden hand per se, but with proof of death. And I just tossed him the severed arm.
And he goes, I guess proper payments in order. So what were you taking for the payment? Are you taking it in the stars or in the gold?
Do you have the gold?
And I want to point out
I-
that this fight was very difficult, and we almost died for it.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I have the value of the stars in gold.
Do you at least have the stars themselves?
Oh yeah, I have the stars. I just 'cause it's what, like 1 star for 1 gold, right? I think I might have that. I can look around. I
I
can.
believe that's changed right now. I don't think it's 1 star for 1 gold.
Oh.
It's a bit
It
more
has
than that.
risen in value to 2 gold per 1 star.
Did you came up with the severance?
Yeah. Oh no, yeah. Severance, you're back at the. Oh yeah, actually, yeah. We can last minute change that. Severance, did you go with them to the mayor?
Oh, they're at the mayor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Oh, you're back.
I
Okay.
thought we were talking to the tavern.
No.
keeper.
Because it was the mayor who had the bounty for Griffin.
Oh, never mind.
Gotcha. So yes, no. He's like, oh, shoot. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I guess you'll just have to take the stars then. Unless you don't mind getting a pay cut. But I think you would mind.
How
that.
much for the town, Mister Governor?
and he'll just kind of look and he's like, I don't think I can do that. I don't think it's really mine to sell. It's just mine to govern. I don't own the city.
Who would we need to talk to?
Probably the king.
In Star City.
Avalon, you would clock that immediately.
Would
No
I?
no role required. Any citizen of Bern knows
Oh,
that Bern is a matriarch. Well, currently is a matriarch. So him referring to the king being the one in charge is significantly different.
yeah.
I think we may have heard that briefly at some point, though.
Mm-hmm.
You
Maybe
said
they haven't outright said king.
I think everyone kept saying queen when we talked about Burn
Yeah.
beforehand.
Because there is technically
Yeah,
a king.
normal burn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there is technically a king. It's just he's almost more of a title, and that's it.
Oh, figurehead.
Yeah, he's more, but like
Mm.
he technically, Avalon, you would know.
Like
Give me a history roll. This is, I'll say. Let me look at your memories to see if you have anything that might be related to him. Otherwise, this might be with disadvantage. So before you roll, or you could roll and then just roll a second one after. Up to you. Let me just take a look at your memories.
I can
real
wait.
quick.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, for whatever reason, it takes forever for Roll20 to pull up people's character sheets for me. Not, it just doesn't like me looking at sheets, I guess. So just give it a second. Sorry. You know, hindsight 2020, I could just have all of them open, and it would probably take the same amount of time for me to just find the sheet. Okay, here we go. Bio. So, and then, yeah, and then, okay, yep, I'll say it's sort of connected to, 10. It's enough where it's, we'll just make it a normal roll. The DC might just be,
Okay. Because also, like, if you look at the bio, I put like
yeah.
in the like allies and organization.
So go ahead and make just a regular history roll for me.
Okay.
15. And this is actually relatively well-known knowledge of citizens of Bern anyway. So just given the fact, both as like a previous noble as well as actually an entertainer would probably keep an eye on this as well. But the king was made king because it was the queen who was, you know, in charge. She was the daughter of the last king. And the current king, rumored to have been chosen because different stories are from different people on who you ask. some people say the queen admired the fact that he was a low, like, the king technically wasn't even a noble. He was like a very lowly noble, which is essentially just a general. But he was a fairly well accommodated general. Like, he won a decent amount of battles. He was like fitness tests he passed, so like he was a decent warrior. And so some people say like, oh yeah, it's like she picked to marry him because she was like a strong member of her kingdom who would provide strong children. Whereas other people speculated, because of how lowborn he was, that she literally just randomly picked a person, because the same day that she chose to marry him was the day that her father had spoken to her about a potential arranged marriage, of like him saying like, oh, I think this might be a good match, and she says, nope, I'm marrying that one, and just pointed at a general who happened to be in the room at the time, just to spite her father. So rumors speculate one direction or the other, but it definitely does seem to be more towards, regardless of the situation, the king is significantly more comfortable on the battlefield than on a throne. Which is good, because it seems that's really what he does. And even when he was finally taken off the battlefield, because it's like, maybe we shouldn't have a king on the battlefield, he did seem to be just wandering around the castle. Like, very rarely was he on the throne. Or at the very least, when he was on the throne, he was in his little designated throne, which wasn't like the main throne, which is where the king sat. It was like a smaller, fancy, still kind of fancy, but definitely smaller chair that was a bit more off in the corner.
Just a royal consort situation.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
But definitely like the kids' table equivalent of a throne kind of thing.
Dang.
Whereas actually, there was like a decent amount of space between like the queen's throne, which was dead in center of the royal hall, and versus his that was off to the side in the back. Almost as if there might have been two people that couldn't be seen that were standing, or more, that were standing near her to give her advice that she was listening to more than actually the king. And the king randomly speaks during royal decrees and such.
Okay. When the governor says this, I'm like, the king? Shouldn't you be saying the queen? Really? Shouldn't the queen be in charge of everything?
And he'll just kind of look at you and be like, and kind of look down for a second. He's like, that's weird. That feels familiar, but I don't know why. Because no, there's no queen here. There's just the king. I mean, he has the royal advisor. It's King Vaunt. And that is the name of the king of Bern is King Vaunt.
Vaunt?
Yeah, King Vaunt, husband of Sabile.
V-A-N-T? V-O-N-T?
It's like V-H-A-N-T. Or, no, sorry, it's V-A... Hold on, I got it here. It's...
As long as we can pronounce it, it's fine. I just put it in so I know how it sounds.
Oh, yeah, you can just type it in how it sounds. But the name itself, like how it's spelled, is... Hold on. All this information's actually in the other campaign notes. I just have to flip through these. They're slightly less organized. It's... I'm pretty sure it's V-A-H-N-T, but... Yeah, it is. Right? It's... Yeah. V-A-H-N-T.
Okay.
Then...
So we should talk to King Vaunt,
Yes.
who's in our city, correct?
No. I believe he's in Little Castleton.
Why is he in Little Castleton right now? If he's the king.
Mm-hmm. And he kind of pauses again. He's like, yeah, Star City's the capital. Why is he in Little Castleton? Little Castleton is more central. Maybe that's why. Maybe they're changing the capital. And he kind of furrows his brow a bit. Both like in a little bit of like confusion and slight distress. And then he just takes another drink from his mimosa, and then just his expression kind of softens, and he goes, but anyway, yeah, that's who you'd have to see. So speak with him on the matter. It's not really mine to sell. Sorry.
Well, by the time you
Sorry.
see us again, we'll own this entire city.
And he's like,
Give it a few weeks.
oh, good. That'll be nice. Well, as long as you just remember old Governor Grant when you own the place. Maybe I'll have a spot somewhere in your grand design.
Yes, we'll give you a tent at the camp.
Hopefully money, but understandable if I don't get paid. I'll just have to get some other job. And then,
Can we have those stars though? Since that's the
Right.
only thing you have.
right. All right, didn't have to put it that way, but get it. Yep.
We'd take your house if you wanted to give it to us.
You can, yeah.
He's like, no, I'm getting the stars. Give me a minute. And he kind of goes into the
I will send Resin in with him again.
yeah, to like help him.
Just be invisibly following right behind him.
No. And
I don't know if you want me to make a stealth check for her or not.
no. Edge, she is able to assist him with finding the stars. Honestly, I'd like to think that she's the one who actually finds the stars, as he looks through a dresser drawer and like doesn't close it completely, and then once she looks, she like actually sees, because what's her modifier?
It's plus. It's not super high for intelligence. It's only +2, I think.
Oh,
You can look
okay.
it up. Not as good as mine.
And then here we'll roll as well.
+2.
+2. All right, let's try this. Yeah, she's the one who finds it. And as he's like stumbling around, bonking his head on things, he's like, "Oh no, they're gonna be so upset if I don't find this."
Oh god.
He's like, and he like stubs his toe on a table leg, and as he's running around frantically trying to find it, he goes, grabs his toe.
Do you hear this at
Yeah,
all?
you just hear like a loud thunk, and then occasionally another bonk as he like hits his head, like trying to look down to look below something. He goes,
How's this town surviving?
And so eventually just Resin finds it and just like practically puts it in his hands. And he's like, oh, here's the stars. And then he takes them out to you guys.
Briefly while that was happening, I guess, yeah, I was going to ask if Resin saw anything, but I guess with a pretty low roll, it's probably a no, besides the stars that they were looking for.
Yeah, beside the stars, nothing of note. Mind you, like, even with the low roll, it still like actively has access as he's also searching the house, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd say that Resin still is able to tell, like, there doesn't seem to be anything of note or value, really, and other than like maybe
We
some
don't
of-
need to send Enki in then.
yeah, other
I
than
was
like
looking for stuff
maybe
to send Enki in for.
he does have like some very nice ships in a bottle.
Well, maybe.
Yeah, other than
Hmm.
that, he
I'll tell Enki about this. We'll see what he wants.
but yeah, nothing really else of note.
He eventually brings us the stars.
Mhm.
How many did he find?
I believe it was 10 that he offered you guys, right?
Okay.
Yeah, he offered
Yeah.
10.
Yeah.
So the specifics was 1 for each member of our group up to 10.
Mhm.
And we were saying that John was a member of our group
Yeah.
and Tara. We played it off like we had 10 members of the group.
Yeah.
Is what we did.
Yeah.
And he said 10 was the max he would give us because we
Yeah.
discussed using the goblins, but
Yeah, and he only has
you
10.
you shut that down.
Yeah, and I will say Resin can confirm he only had 10. And as he gives you guys the 10, he's, well, I hope you'll distribute this properly among your group. I appreciate your help with dealing with this. As he then looks down at the hand, he's like, man, I was kind of hoping he'd be alive so he could,
We were hoping as well, but we
Oh.
didn't have the luxury of keeping him alive. It was a shame.
Yeah. No, that's good. At least I guess justice was served. I do feel like death is a little harsh, but you did what you had to.
He killed the author in cold blood. He used paralytic
Right.
poison,
Right.
and he was
right.
working with Illithid, and he was working with a Gorgon.
Oh.
So
You know, that does sound bad when you put it that way.
it does sound a bit bad.
I
Yes.
think he got what he deserved.
He also stole like a lot of your money.
Oh, right. Did you get any of that?
No, because he did not have it on him.
Ah, damn it.
If we find any
Anymore.
large sums of treasure, we'll definitely be sure to bring it back.
He goes, no, it's okay. There's no way of determining that was. It's not the treasure. It was just gold. But, no, it's okay.
What was important?
Just the gold. He didn't have like treasure on him, so it's like it's not like you could just find treasure that he took. It was just the gold. But no, that's okay. I guess I'll just. No, I'll figure it out. Thank you, guys. I hope 10 stars is proper payment, and sorry for inconvenience. Did you happen to find someone who could run the fishing tournament?
If Christopher Dawkins is still in town, he'd be happy to run it for you, but I think he may have left with all the delays.
That's unfortunate. Well, no worries. If you guys have to head out of town and you don't want to run it and you aren't able to find someone
Trent,
to run
on the other hand, he might involve a few large breakfast items, but he might run it for you. He's a good fellow.
All right. I appreciate you guys finding someone to run it. I will go. And he kind of like turns to his guard. He's like, could you go let Trent know that he's running it now? And the guy's like, he like kind of looks around. And he's like, shouldn't I be guarding you? And he's like, yeah, guard theoretical me. My essence is traveling over to Trent to tell him this. So guard that, and then also tell him you're guarding my feet by doing it yourself. And he's like, the guy's like, and he just kind of looks at you guys, looks back at the at Governor Grant, and just kind of is like, well, yeah, fair.
Don't worry, he doesn't have anything we'd want to take from his dead body regardless.
Yeah, and he's just like, and I probably couldn't stop that anyway. As he just
I just shake my head like, oh my gosh, you guys are terrible.
as he just kind of shrugs and heads off.
In Avalon's mind, forget buying the town. We could just take it over by force.
It was
And
terrible.
honestly, the authorities probably wouldn't even bother us as long as we're running it better than this buffoon.
Practically. Like, what are they going to do? Nothing at this point. I don't think we
Well, we'll
ever done
discuss it with the
anything.
king in Castleton, with the whole group.
Which is weird. He's in Castleton.
Strange. I suppose we'll find out when we get there. Perhaps that has to do with the kerfuffle that Nala mentioned.
Here we go again, I guess.
Here we go.
They're heading back to the inn.
All right. And so everyone meets up at the inn.
All right, star dispersed or distribution.
Yep. So
I'll
everyone
take one,
give yourselves 1 star, and there you have 2 extra.
and we have 2 extra. Does anybody want an extra star?
Tara will hold out its hand.
Okay.
Okay.
I will
Complete
also
on the
take an
floor.
extra star.
Completely out of character, guys. My baby was crying, so now she's sleeping on my shoulder.
Oh,
So I've been
nice.
kind of
Ooh,
yeah. I've been trying to tune in, but
No worries.
that is more important.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Bobby.
besides, actually, you were at the inn during that anywho, so it's not like your
It doesn't
character was
matter.
in that
You
conversation.
wouldn't know what the
Yeah.
heck we were talking about.
Yeah.
Or what
Okay.
the heck they were talking about.
Yeah, and you
in
can always
character, it
yeah,
works.
yeah, exactly. So you're good.
Very much so, yeah.
And we could just say it was you were soothing your pseudo dragon.
There you go.
Yeah,
Bobby.
exactly. And
What's going on, guys?
Yeah, it's like, oh, sorry guys. And yeah, so the group, you all meet up back at the inn. You're all packed up thanks to Hawk and Severance's work to help with packing everything up. And then, I guess Needles, it's about long enough. Do you head to the market first, or do you decide to go to the market with the group?
I was going to meet up with the group so we could discuss if we want to. Well, I'll just say it in character. Do we want to purchase any wagons, carts, carriages, and horses if they have them available? It would make it traveling more comfortable, not necessarily faster, unless we buy riding horses for the whole group.
Does Gail have a cart with
I'm
her?
down with the horses.
We could go and check. She might have one, but it's not enough for us, the goblins, and John.
I also agree with Timo with horses.
Yeah, let's get some horses for everybody.
Might be beyond our price range, but we could see. I'm not sure they have enough. They might have 1 or 2. I'm not sure they have a dozen.
I mean, what would their price range be? Like a copper?
For a horse?
Probably in this town.
I would gather it's more, but it depends on the quality. Let's go check. If we're all interested in buying some riding animals, let's see what there is to offer.
We don't gotta buy one for Enki. He can just summon his ostrich thing.
Angie could just run any mount that he. Angie's gonna be faster than any mount you could possibly get him.
You right. I forgot he's got them shoes.
He's got the J's.
He got the J's on.
Yes.
Those shoes don't save him in combat, apparently.
Worse. And I
Yeah,
can't.
they help him in combat. He runs away.
It's a random animal.
Yeah, it's
What was
not a
that?
guarantee to be an ostrich as well. That's true.
Oh, right.
yeah.
I
He
literally
can
have
ride
to
his
roll.
gorilla.
Yep.
23 is just big enough barely for Glorb, right? It's not as though it could fit another person.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. And obviously, I don't need one. Tara might be fine walking, assuming we're not.
Yeah.
If we're riding at riding pace, then we'd need another horse for Tara. How fast is Tara? Could Tara run nonstop at horse speed?
Uh,
I know. I think I still have to do that upgrade for Tara, correct, Jeff?
I
Oh,
believe
you were
so.
doing that upgrade too.
Yeah.
Okay. Because if I had the upgrade already, he would be able to become a bull and you can just ride him and carry stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That is a useful upgrade, but we don't have it
Yeah.
at the moment. We could just walk for the time being and then rely on steeds at a later date. Let's go see what they have and make our decision based on that.
Right.
And
Needles will lead the group to find horses, ox, anything similar. Anybody that wants to come.
And yeah, as you head to the market, you look around and you do see there seems to be someone who's selling, as you look around, who's selling 2 mules. that he'd be willing to sell?
Yes,
Uh, well, I got some fine-looking mules here for you. I could sell you. They got a good. They carry things good. They can pull some good carts. I got a buddy who's around here. Right over there, and kind of points to a person. He's got he could sell 2 different carts. They should be able to carry for you. 2 wagons. That'll be good for carrying such. Well, and he also, I think, has a cart too if the wagon's too expensive for you. But I
We'll
tell
make
you,
our
these
way
mules,
there.
they'll
How much for
carry-
each mule?
Oh yeah, each mule's about that's gonna be 10 gold.
How many on offer?
2, and he does have 3 mules with him
Oh.
currently.
Chet says, "Where is this?"
What
in
about the
Texas?"
third?
Oh no, that's my donkey actually. That's I need him. He's what gets me more mules.
Are they young mules or old mules?
Yeah, they're youngish. They're not like infants, but they're also not decrepit.
Okay.
And they
How
do
much
seem
for the
fairly healthy.
donkey?
Oh, man, that is a
We
party
need
going
some
on there
mules
apparently.
too.
If you want to buy the donkey, that's gonna be pretty expensive. This is old Georgie here. He's a good friend of mine. Has made me quite a lot of money. So I really don't think he's for sale.
Hmm.
I start pulling platinum out, 1 piece at a time.
Make a persuasion
Counting
check
them.
with advantage.
Oh, God.
Da-da-da.
All right.
What's a
No shot, you're gonna waste a
29.
couple
Eddie-
of platinum on a
Just
donkey.
take it.
Georgie.
Yeah, and he kind of like pauses for a second, and he's like, and to establish it's each platinum, I know normally a platinum's only 10 gold, but in this world a platinum is 100 gold.
Expensive.
So he'll be like, oh, well, I guess phew, I don't think I've ever seen a platinum before.
You don't happen to be interested in traveling, do you? You could keep the donkey and travel with us.
And he'll pause and just be like, well, I guess that's a good way to how about this? I'll take the platinum, and then you don't gotta pay for the mule or the donkey, and I'll go grab my buddy who's got the 2 carts for sale, or sorry, the 2 wagons and a cart, and that ought to be good. Like we'll hang out with you and help with carry, because I don't know if you guys know how to move a mule or nothing, or maybe you do, but I mean, I know me and my buddy we get it good.
We need to discuss as a group.
The getting is
very
good,
briefly.
wasn't
We're gonna freaking have
Needles
a
is rich.
ragtag mercenary group, bro.
he?
Needles is really, really rich.
Yeah,
We're
well,
rich.
I'm happy to oblige with this. I just need to yep, that sounds good for me. I'm down. Just let me know. Otherwise, I
We'll
think
be right back with you.
yeah. Otherwise, I'm down for negotiations. And
All right, and
you
I
guys
lead the
had-
group off to a huddle.
We huddle around in a circle
Oh.
around Needles.
So, I've got a really bold idea, but we would have a lot more mouths to feed. Yes or no?
What's the idea?
Well, I feel like it would be better as a surprise.
Hmm.
I mean, we do have a chef, and his name's Enki.
We're gonna have the whole town with us, Needles.
That's a possibility.
I'm down.
I feel like we need to not bring everyone. because
Well, let's just see how things go. I'm sure.
Meat shields.
I'm sure
Meat
not everyone's ready to get out of this city. Surely, it's not as though this place is that bad. Is that yeses from the group?
I'm down.
I mean,
was
they're
just
giving
nodding
us
my head. Yeah, so yes.
they're giving us mules, they're giving us carts, and they'll drive it for us. So I'm down with that.
Okay, with the yeses from the group, how big is the market? It's what, 100 feet across, right?
Yeah.
Or a couple
Babby.
hundred.
Way.
I will fly to the center over the fountain, and I will use minor illusion to make a loud voice. Come round, come round. We have a large sum of money, and we are looking to caravan as many as would be willing to leave with us. A large sum of money, and I will start pulling out all of my platinum.
And how
Any
much
scaled
of that is
hands?
again?
Any? I currently have 12 left, and a bunch of gold
Gotcha.
that I broke up into change. And I'll just pull out all my money, and if I run out and people aren't looking interested, I'll start using illusions to make it look like more.
Nice.
Walks up to Needles and pulls out my money near him too.
All right.
I call
Oh,
out,
good, great, okay.
are you, I'm going to call out. Are you sure about this?
Yeah. As the people look up and you do see as you're looking up and such, a couple of people are a little interested, and they approach, and they're like, and so a couple of people are like, "Hey, I saw the notification. What exactly are you guys hiring for? I'm down for some money." You have about 5 people approach you.
Well, you see, we wanted to buy the town, but the mayor refused, so we're going to take everybody and seek a better future for the whole town.
Sure. I mean, my house is kind of a tent at the moment anyway, so it's what's it matter if it's a tent here or a tent there if you're giving us money to help out with stuff, sure. And actually Trent will also approach as well. Or someone will go like, "Hey, the guy who lives next to me, I could talk to him. He likes camping.
Yes, everyone, and I will continue minor illusion. Bring your family, bring your friends. We're all going to be leaving.
And he's
The
like,
entire town is uprooting right now. Large sums of money, a great future to be sought.
and yeah, so a couple of people are like, "Oh, well, if it's just for all right." And so yeah, you have and if you don't specify what job they need, about 12 people approach in terms of joining, of which of course the person who's gonna sell you the mule, so that's Murney. I don't know if he introduced himself or not. And then and his buddy who has the carts, which is Chaz, a couple of unnamed people at the moment, and Trent. So I guess that's
I will-
to 9 unnamed people at the moment.
I will
Also
look to the
approach.
group and I'll say, look, in their minds, this is how you thin a group of riffraff. Raise your hand if you're comfortable traveling with goblins. How many hands do we get?
They're a little bit hesitant, but Murney, Chaz, and Trent, their hands go up immediately. But of the other 9, there's some hesitancy at first, and they're like, and one person's like, "Will they be stealing the money that we get?"
If anything, they'll be making money. They'll be making money for the whole group, probably.
And at that point, 8 hands, or sorry, not 8, because yeah. So one of the people still doesn't raise their hand, but there are 8 do go up. Or sorry, was it raise your hand if you're uncomfortable, or raise your hand if you're comfortable?
If they're fine traveling with goblins.
Yeah, so 8 go up. 1 stays down. or well, I guess technically 11 go up, but 8 of the unnamed go up.
Ask them
And all of the
about
names.
the death and stuff. They're fine with
Ah,
battle.
right. We are quite competent in combat, but there's always risk. Raise your hand if you're comfortable with the risk of death.
And
Keep getting worse.
4 go down.
Some of you may die, but that is a risk I'm willing to
I'm
run.
willing. You're right.
So there are 4 hands up currently. Well, in
Death is
addition
glory.
to the, Murney,
That's what I'm gonna
Chaz,
say.
and Trent. Trent's hand kind of falters for a minute, and he's like, like, are we being paid to fight, or are we
no,
being
you're
paid to
being-
fight, or is this just kind of like
You're
if you
being-
travel on the road, there's always a chance of dying?
There's always a chance on the road. We're not
Oh,
going
yeah,
to be doing
no.
anything especially dangerous, are we, Timmel?
No, I don't believe so.
Oh, yeah, no, that's all good. I certainly like a good travel here and there, so well aware of the dangers that can come across while traveling on the road. So, and you know, I'm pretty good with collecting foods and knowing which foods are good for you and which foods aren't good for you. So I'm a bit of a scavenger, so I'll be pretty helpful on the road there. So some of the
Considering we
dangers
have
are eating the bad
infinite
things.
fish, that's not super helpful, but we appreciate the thought.
Well, if you need someone to sit back and help fish, because you don't have infinite time, and I'm a pretty decent fisher.
That is a better point. You'll have to convince Enki to let you use the rod. He's the little green one. Blue-green.
I like how he doesn't like question infinite fish. He's just like, okay.
Yeah, no, he's fine with it. He's like, all right.
This is a magical land.
There is like a little bit of a weird look from the no names, but like, but one of the no names is just like, all right.
Dude, these guys are the main characters. What the hell?
That's of the no name. That's kind of seems to be the attitude of the no name who doesn't like react to it. They're just like, yeah, all right. It's like, 'cause, I mean, shit, they have this much gold. Sure, why not? Infinite fish makes sense. We haven't
So
seen
we have
this.
7 people currently.
So as of right now, there's 7 currently.
Plus Gale, so that would be 8. But she's
Plus
not
Gale, but
requesting
she's not-
immediate pay, right?
Yeah. She's not here at the moment.
I will pass out
Or she is
10
here, but-
gold to each of them. Think of this as an upfront for your potential services on our travels. And we'll get some contracts worked up so we can make things more official. But this 10 gold should hold you over, surely.
And they're like, yeah. And
One
as they're like, okay. And Murray's like, I say, that's this is
Oh,
just
right, he wanted more, didn't he?
no, yeah, he's like, well, this is good, but I believe I do, unless this is like a salary play. I was thinking a one-time pay, but if you're offering salary, like I'm gonna consistently get 10 gold. But otherwise, if you just want to pay me once and just kind of revisit the payment later, that'll probably be like 50 gold between myself and my friend here, or just that shiny platinum for me.
He's trying to finesse you, Needles.
I thought you were paying everything with the platinum, like the wagons and mules.
Yeah, no, they'll come with me. The platinum is for them and me.
So you see, hard to control somebody and keep them from running off with your money if they don't have promise of more in the future and you give it to them all at once.
Oh, but I mean, you'll own the other two, the carts and the 2 donkeys.
How about we start with 10 gold apiece, and then we can give you the 40 gold extra each if we determine that that would be a better payment plan. Is that a comfortable notion?
Could I say 10 gold every 2 days? Oh, how about this? Because I imagine you're going to be traveling quite a bit,
That math
right?
does not add up.
How about just each time we get to a new city, you give us 10 gold?
I'd also like to add that
Except
this is an
af-
opportunity for y'all. We're going to be traveling so that y'all may have bigger opportunities rather than just to stay here in this town and and make the money that you already
And
making
rats,
Yeah.
right in this
Yeah.
broke fishing town.
yeah, make a
They're-
Timmel, make a persuasion check with advantage.
Hit it hard.
Man, I
here.
wish I
that
was
roll?
there.
Wait, no, that's perception. Hold up.
Yeah, that's
with
perception.
advantage,
Yeah, and it's with advantage too.
persuasion.
So
There
18.
you go.
So yeah, well, as long as you promise to get me the rest of the gold, I suppose I can't complain. Figure it'll probably be a while before I make that 10 gold anyway. Just could I at least say 15 gold? It feels weird that I'm
Yeah.
providing significantly more than the
If we-
rest of these people, and I'm getting the same pay.
I was going to say, you are immediately providing value rather than the uncertain long-term value of the rest of the group.
Mm.
If I give you the full platinum, we own the donkey, the mules, or the one platinum. We own the donkey, the mules, and the carts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then I'll just
I-
travel with you so I can be with my friend. As he pats the mule.
And you'll split that with your friend at the.
Oh,
who
right.
sells the
I'll
carts,
I'll
the
split that with
wagons.
Chaz. Yeah, I'll definitely split that with Chaz.
Right. All right. So long as we own, and it is our property, and
Oh,
you
yeah.
are just tending to it while traveling alongside us,
Mm-hmm.
I will pay the full platinum.
Mm-hmm. Oh, good. All right. And,
That is going to be.
and if you're worried about me running off, that's you don't have to. Because
We'll just kill you if you run off. You won't have to worry about that.
Hey, so-
Needle.
It's in the contract.
As he's just like, well, I mean, I was
If
just
you run
gonna
off
say,
with the goods that we purchased, if
Oh,
you
well,
run
I
off
wouldn't
on
do
your
that.
own, you're free to do so.
oh no, I wouldn't do that though, because you got the goods that you have here.
Yes, but if you try to take the property that I have just rightfully purchased,
Yeah.
I will kill you.
Well, I mean, that would be theft. That'd be illegal. I wouldn't do that.
Yes, and I would kill you.
Yeah.
You
And
don't
I'd be
believe
worried
me.
about a law.
Well,
I could have sworn too. I thought
I think Needles tended to the goblins too much, man.
it's been a while since I've looked at the law. I guess that's why theft doesn't really happen here too often. I didn't realize that it was, man, it is a rough. Them goblins got it coming for them. Good. Wait a minute. No, it ain't good.
Well,
They're with us.
They've been punished.
The ones. Oh, so that's right. We're traveling with the good goblins because the ones that were stealing
exactly
are
right.
dead. I'm more comfortable with this
Burned
now.
by my dear friend here. And I pat Timmel on the horns. Burnt to a crisp. Only ash left. That's what happens to little thievers who take
The
my
one
belongings.
singular goblin.
Yep, it was all him.
too.
we did the class. We put it all on one person and then kill him.
Hey, happy Easter.
It was all just Jerry. Don't worry, we took care of him.
That one goblin died for all of the other goblin sins.
And they didn't even realize that.
No.
Is that when I burnt?
Yeah. The one you turned to ash while like
They forgot
Tara was
about
just
him
holding him
immediately.
up in the air.
Like, oh, okay. Yeah, I remember that.
He was the only bad one. He saw all of it.
And he's like, oh, good. I'm glad. You know what? Good. Yeah. Nah, so I wouldn't do that. No, I wouldn't do that at all. And I'll
That'd
make
be
sure
fantastic
Chaz
to
doesn't
hear.
do that neither. I don't think he would, but I better let him know that that's the rule. I don't know if he knows that that's a rule. I don't think he intended to
Don't
do
worry.
anything, but-
You don't need to worry about it too much. You won't be
Nah.
too bothered even if you do run. You have very, very pretty eyes.
Oh, thank you. Thank you kindly. Oh, you're too nice. Too nice. As he kind
May we
of
have
blushes. But like ignoring, I assume it's like cold staring at like the eyes. Yeah,
Neither
yeah,
is
yeah.
Still.
Yeah, no, he completely misses that, and it's just his full, just like, oh well, thank you.
Just a gentle,
What a
crooked
flirt.
smile. I will buy more cloth because I want the goblins to make everybody uniforms so we can all look the same, or everybody in the group.
Got you.
We get
So
the
how much it's
swift person to make them all armor, and then we just
True.
have halberds.
Yeah, we can have them work together.
Also,
She
one
said
thing-
she's gonna bring all of her. Oh, go ahead.
Bartholomew got something Bartholomew wants to discuss when we all group up again.
With the entire group.
Yeah.
All right, then I will finish my purchase and make do. How much for enough cloth to make uniforms for all 8 or 7? Yeah, 8 people that are going to be joining up with us, and me. I guess that's not much extra cloth.
Let me see.
And anybody in our main group that wants some uniform put over or incorporated into their outfit.
I don't think you would want me spreading our name around.
So it's about 3, 4, 5. So it's just to be safe, we'll say 2, 3, 4, 4 yards person. Well, maybe they're
I will
intricate.
purchase-
It'd be about 5 yards.
I will purchase 10 yards then and do another 5 gold.
Gotcha.
Just so we have extra. The goblins have plenty to work with,
Mhm.
and we have multiple colors. Maybe we'll get a ranking system going. We'll have a whole hierarchy at some point in the future.
Hey.
We're gonna collect people from every town, I'm sure.
This is starting this up a pyramid scheme.
No. This is more
No.
like a Daenerys kind of situation where it's like, no, she's the queen of nomads.
I'm certainly not planning on having every member recruit more members for less and less pay every time. Definitely not.
You guys are gonna love this idea I have then when we all group up.
Oh, and then yeah, with
Oh,
that,
I would
yes,
actually have not given out the gold immediately.
Mhm.
I would give out a portion of it and then plan on giving out the rest. I've already marked it off.
Yeah.
But just in case, actually no. You know what? Needles is going to trust everybody and just reiterate: if you run off with my gold, you will not survive the night.
They're like, yeah, that's fair. That's theft, and they're like, that makes sense of why there's not much crime in this town. And let's just real quick. There is one person. Wait, is there one person? Yes. One person is like kind of looks at the other 3, and it's like, no, he clearly knows that isn't the law, but and just like, and they're like, and he's like, don't worry, I'm not, I won't steal from you. It's honest work. I wouldn't have come up here if I wasn't. I don't think we'd come up here if we weren't willing to do honest work for honest pay. But gotta be honest, a little not sure how I personally don't want to do like murder. So if that's what this group is about,
We don't plan on
Oh.
doing any murdering, but we may hunt bounties. So
Bartholomew got a perfect job for this guy, actually.
yeah, sure, yeah, that works. As long as it's not murder.
we don't plan on having you help with hunting bounties regardless, unless your skill set aligns as such. You'll be helping with more of the traveling, the crafting, tending to things. Perhaps if we start a business in Castleton or Star City.
Yes, a business.
We might as well put
A
together an
business.
adventurers guild at this rate.
A business. I like Glob's idea.
I wanted to discuss
Anywho.
with everybody.
Yes, anyone who's traveling with us, if you could prepare by this evening, that would be perfect. We will be discussing things in the inn, and if you need anything from us, you can meet us there.
And they're like, sure, yeah. And they will head to the campsite to get ready. with the exception of with the exception of Murney, who's just gonna hang around and be like, nah, I got just about everything I need right here. I keep everything on my donkey right here. And like there's already like a bunch of stuff on the donkey, and just gives him a good pat. So I'm all packed, ready
Looks like
to go.
you're ready to go then.
Mm-hmm.
Glad to see we'll be getting as many people as we can out of this lovely, quaint little town.
Ah,
And I
yeah.
will hop back on Glorb's shoulder.
And he'll just kind of walk behind you guys. And all right, after that, where do you guys head?
I was thinking back to the inn.
Yeah, back to the inn.
Yeah, Glorb wanted to say something, right?
Yeah.
To everybody, yeah.
All right, so the group is all together.
Almost, but okay.
Bartholomew has a business opportunity, a business idea I wanted to discuss with everybody. So, we have infinite fish. There's a marketplace. We're gathering all these people. Why don't we start a shop where we sell fish? We have infinite fish, so we have plenty of stock. And we could use a townsfolk we hired to run the shop. Maybe somebody could run the fish back and forth as Enki fishes them out. You hear me?
Certainly a good idea. I would say this town is not the one to do that in. It is a fishing town, but moving along to a
Mhm.
different town with less access to fish,
Exactly.
I think it could be a brilliant idea.
Thank you.
Am I like unknowingly becoming a fishing slave?
No. You could pawn that off on someone else. But as of right
as
now,
long
yes.
as you're
Yeah, for
willing
sure.
to share the rod, as long as you're willing to share the rod,
Rod
and
is
trust
mine!
somebody with it.
I,
Yeah, if
I
not,
earned
then
it.
Yes. If not, then yes, you're a fishing
Then
slave.
yeah,
I
you're-
have the arrow wounds to prove it.
He does.
It
I
would-
feel Enki would be better served to be cooking
Mhm.
with his new skill set he's developing.
Cook up some of the fish.
It could still
Oh, yeah,
be
would I have
yours. You
cooked
just have an assistant.
something- Would I have cooked something since I've been at the inn the whole time?
Yeah. And actually, you know what, Inky, that's true. You were in the inn during that conversation. Give me another int roll.
And... Bum, 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 bum.
So yeah, add 9 to the percentage.
Oof, I'm getting through this book.
Yeah, you are learning. You're starting to get close. Yeah.
Just as fast as my feet.
You're a fast learner, fast on the feet and fast on the learning.
I really can't wait for Enki to have an apprentice, like one of the townsfolk we have to.
It's just... Yes, chef. Thank you, chef.
Chef, how did you become so dexterous? Well, it's a long story. Anyways, have you seen your wallet?
Yeah, right.
No, chef. Good one, chef.
Chicken pickpocket.
Well done, chef. Immaculate, chef.
just even in
Amazing.
combat, just him just saying, "Yes, chef."
He just sits on the sideline. Good job, chef. Thank you, chef. Every time you hit someone, yes, chef. Thank you, chef.
We got it going. We got it going. We got ideas. Anyway,
He
that was
gets
my
hit.
proposal.
What are you? With like right between his face.
An injured sandwich.
Oh, jeez. I'm just happy I can say what I wanted to say because I was like, that was genuinely like the biggest idea I had. I was like, wait a minute, passive income, guys.
Let's go on that grind set.
I don't think it's passive income. It's just me doing all the work.
Well, it could be passive if
if
you
you-
make someone else do the fishing for you.
Yeah,
Your
well,
assistant.
That's passive income.
My main concern with that particular plan is scaling it up to a degree that will keep up with our ventures. I don't mean to be too presumptuous, but if our ventures continue to increase in scope, so will the income we then make. Hard to keep a business running at such a high-end cost, but any
Well,
passive income is
that's what you
worthwhile.
want. We then turn it into luxury goods, huh? Look, these are
That is a
magical
good
fish
idea.
caught. They're like, premium sashimi. $1,000 a pound,
It's not a lie, technically. They are
I mean, 1,000
magical.
gold. Exactly. Caught by the finest fish and fishermen. Prepared by the
Directly
finest
from the
chef
plane of
possible.
water.
It's a meal fit for a king himself that we are willing to give to lowly commoners. I'm
And-
sorry, I got to.
And where else could you find like 1-day-old fresh fish inland?
Exactly.
Well,
I'm just
sea
laughing at the
cost.
idea of catching a fish directly in front of a customer.
From a cup,
It's fresh.
just chicken
That could
nice.
be part of our business model. Show it off. Like those restaurants that show off the food being cooked, but instead it's the food being caught.
I don't know. I feel
That-
like we'd give him like a heart attack if we just caught like a giant bluefin tuna from a freaking cup in front of them. We're gonna give someone a heart attack.
Oh, magic! We could it's a magic trick, so we could sell for that too.
You charge for it. Yep.
It's worth thinking on, but let's just be honest. In all likelihood, these people are going to die at some point, but it's better that they have a chance to leave this godforsaken town, right?
Absolutely.
It's better they die because of us than of old age and rotting in this town.
It's like, wait a minute, guys, this town sucks.
Mm,
No one wants to end up like the Arthur.
True.
That's true.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say too soon.
That's all right. I don't think anyone in town liked him, with the exception of Gregory.
The question is now, are we satisfied? As such, it seems like everybody was willing to leave by this evening. But we could also do more recruiting if we wanted a larger business, but this seems a little bit tangential to our actual goals. I just got sort of frustrated by the mayor not selling us the town, so I wanted to steal as many of his people as I could. I got a bit ahead of myself.
Hilarious. I'm sure Enki loves this.
Well, he can't sell us the town because he doesn't own the town. We have to talk
Does
to
he
the
own his
king about
house?
it.
Or feel like
I
he had to
don't
take a
know.
loan out for that too, man? Does he have anything?
Pretty, not really. We have to go talk to the king about it, who's in Little Castleton, apparently.
And the more people we have to petition the king, especially if they're from Harborton, then the more likely the king is to sell us the rights. And then we can build the city up to a competitor for Star City, then start a rebellion, and have the whole kingdom to ourselves.
Ah, but there's a gap in your thinking. We don't buy the town from it. We earn it from him with all of our good deeds and large
point.
people.
Especially if there is a
business.
sudden
Yes.
series of thefts and we happen to solve them immediately as we make our way into town. What a coincidence
we
that
bribe
would
him
be.
with the cooking. I become the court chef. I earn this town as a payment for being so great at cooking.
It wouldn't surprise me if that was how this place worked. The laws here seem ambiguous at best.
Honestly, I feel like he would just give us the town if we asked. But I'll be cooking. I gotta get back in the kitchen. And I'll disappear behind the tavern area.
Back to dive back into your book. And all right, with that, because it is still kind of morning, is there anything anyone would like to do? I guess since you're waiting till evening.
Till everybody's ready. If we can round them
okay.
up earlier, we will.
Gotcha. Okay. Because you did tell them evening.
Yeah, just to let them know that's when we were definitely leaving by. But
Oh,
if everybody
okay.
happened to be ready, if we went there in the afternoon, right at noon, and everybody said, "Yeah, we're ready to go," Or we
Gotcha.
could just leave.
Okay. So then I'll say because it doesn't take them too long, maybe an hour max to get all their stuff together. So they will come by after a little bit of hanging out at the inn. They will show up ready to go. And
And it's all single adults, no families, nothing complicated.
yep, no families. Gail does have her own horse and carriage.
Good. Very useful.
And yep. And one of the people does have a pet fox.
Ooh.
Okay.
Always.
Do you want to ask Gregory did Nala leave like in the morning?
Is Orgalato outside of the inn, or is he gone?
He is gone.
Her horse.
Yeah.
I will say to Avalon, we could ask, but with Orgalato being gone, it's very likely she left the town,
Right.
probably to the Goblin's Cave we marked on her map.
Wait, we did that?
We did. Haka did it for her.
Oh. Oh, right. That's correct. That's right.
And oh, sorry.
So we've got 3 wagons, or yeah, if we count. I assume Gail's wagon is carrying her stuff.
Yeah.
And there's no more wagons or carts that we can get out of the town.
None.
If we do one last route, there's nothing
Yeah.
we can squeeze out of anybody. Okay. So we're
how
gonna have
much,
a lot of people walking.
how much is a wagon carry? Like,
I mean, to be fair, that's what they normally did back when there was caravans. No?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Walking.
Cause yeah, the
You're just right out.
because wagons carry a decent amount, but
Mhm.
probably enough for like 4 people.
just for people.
Mm-hmm.
4
Like
people
4
and
people
their
and their supplies.
like bags.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And also the one person who can sit up front with the driver, correct?
Mm-hmm.
The shotgun.
Or if you
Are they
really
covered?
squeeze in together, you could potentially fit a third in the front.
Mhm.
Are they covered wagons?
Yes. But the
And then you also
cart,
said that
because
you
there
had a-
is one
yeah.
cart, the cart is not covered.
Right.
So we have 3 wagons. One is for Gail's armoring supplies and
Mhm.
her
And
and
Gail,
her horse. She has a horse.
yeah, it's drawn by her horse.
Freaking Gucci
So
Goblin.
3
looking
wagons and a cart.
clean.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a
And
full
the-
caravan.
Yep.
The Gucci Goblin gang can just walk because they're used to it.
Mm-hmm.
Are we concerned with John being seen by everyone?
Anybody but Nala should be fine, but we could get him a mask if we're that concerned.
Okay. So I don't think we
And
told
nobody-
anyone
Only
about.
the mayor. No,
Yeah.
even the mayor we didn't tell. It was only Nala.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And she doesn't even know him by face either.
Okay.
The
So,
only
yeah.
person who knows him by face, name, and deeds is Gregory.
Right.
Okay.
And you guys. And Griffin.
Yes.
Ah, so it's Griffin confirmed. Got it. Ooh.
No. You don't know if that was Griffin or not, but you do know from the note that was found. Well, shit. Yeah, no. There's a note from Griffin to
We're
John.
reasonably certain
Yeah.
he was pretending to be Griffin, or that was an alter ego.
Yes, yeah.
But yes, you're right. We
Oh,
don't
like
technically
me.
know for sure.
Yeah. You're like 99% sure, but technically there's a shred of doubt.
Yes, he
I
left
like
just
to
enough
imagine
doubt
that
so we
freaking
can pass.
Glorb just that Glorb just went oh and then put on the hat like me. Like he just switched
Yeah.
voices. And
Yeah, right.
We're going to put all our supplies in the cart and part of it in the wagon.
Well, that's what you're doing right now. Then I'm gonna just
Have one more drink for the road.
one more swig for the road. I'm gonna ask Gregory.
Could you bottle a couple up for the road?
No.
Ooh.
Damn.
I'm sure you'll be
Might as
able
well
to
take
find.
advantage.
Ah, stupid bug. Gregor's like, I'm sure you'll find plenty of other places to drink.
What Gregory doesn't know is his alcohol is my fucking life's blood. It's my power.
Gives you strength.
It keeps me sane. It gives me strength. Exactly.
Are you gonna multi-class in the drunken monk? Or way of the drunken fist?
Funny and drunk barbarian.
Loopy fist.
I don't feel pain because I'm drunk.
Pain fears me or me.
Can I ask him for the recipe to his ale?
Oh,
Shit
that's
for s-
the Drunken Master is just a Baldur's Gate? I thought there was also a version of that for 5e.
I don't know.
There
I was
is.
just memeing. But yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Was it
Oh
Unearthed
no, yeah,
Alcohol?
there is. Okay, there it is.
Okay.
It
They might
might
have
be
changed the name
Unearthed, but I
for
think I'd just
Baldur's
allow
Gate.
it. Yeah. Oh, wow.
Anyway, so Glorb's drinking.
That's
Everybody's getting the wagons together for the caravan. Do we have enough camping supplies for our group? I'm sure the people coming have their own stuff, but for our group, we have a few camping adventuring packs. Do we need some more?
I know some of them said they lived in the tents at the campsite.
I
Like Trent.
Yes, so
I also
they probably
remember
have enough.
Hawk, I believe, purchased some. It was either Hawk.
You're right.
Yeah, Hawk and Winch actually did purchase some tents as well.
Oh, yeah.
Back before
we
you
should be good to
realized you
go.
were able to stay at the inn, they did get tents in case you guys would have to stay in tents.
Right, they set
Oh
them up
yeah, I remember.
in the
we
camp,
did
and
that.
then we never used
I
it.
also remember
Mhm.
that.
I mean, we
You
used
did
it at
that
the
rafting in the
Falcon camp.
market.
Yeah.
No, we didn't. We left
No.
them at the campsite.
Yeah, but I will say, just since
Yeah, and they
Hawk
came back
was
and packed 'em
spending
up.
time like packing up stuff, that'll be part of it. Is Hawk went back to the
Okay, so we're good
to the
on.
campsite.
We've got plenty of food. We've got all of our camping supplies. Everybody's used the bathroom. We're good to go. One last thing.
This trip, guys.
So there are a couple people Needles is actually going to actively try to recruit before we leave. First of all of the guards, every single one. Secondly, the werebore that the Fairy King created.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm gonna
So
look for all of those people,
make an investigation check or a
and
survival
if anybody wants
check.
to come and try to find these people with me, that would be
I really do
fantastic.
not want those guards.
Wow, Needles is looking.
Yeah. You're getting buzzed. You're definitely buzzed at this point. You're just, I love that idea. You're just like frantically just chugging a bunch of beer. before you
We
go.
have to. We have to.
Gregory's just
It's
like,
our tap for free.
What is this? Okay, I'm spending another one. I haven't used them in too long. My DM inspiration. There we go.
There.
Oh, there you
I
go.
may as well use them.
So you very much do find the where. Let me just double check something here. Just have to check a quick affinity.
I think you said they were neutral.
I think they're neutral. I just need to double check. It's yeah. Well, technically neutral evil.
Oh, that's fine.
So, as you find the tracks of the werebore that lead outside the city.
Oh dear. If it's more than 10 minutes away, if it takes more than 10 minutes, I'm gonna head back to the group.
It does seem like it's a bit of a jaunt, maybe like 30 minutes, but it does seem like it ran to the woods.
Okay, no, if it's that far, I'm not gonna go on a whole adventure just to find this guy, unless anybody else in the group wants to go with me. But it seems like we're not interested in having more
will I
people.
Find who?
The werebore that the Fairy King turned into a werebore. But it seems like he ran to the forest.
I mean, Enki,
He
you
seemed
do
like an
have
interesting guy.
the fast shoes to go into the forest and come back.
But
But also,
cooking.
Yeah, and you're off on your
He's just
your
like,
perception.
"Food."
That is actually really, yeah, it does make sense.
What? Me cooking? If so, I agree.
I was on,
You
yeah,
know-
that and also what's your perception again?
Wait, what's that? Sorry, I think the kettle's going. I'll be
However, who was the other people you were looking for?
All of the guards, every person of authority in the city.
So you go up to the 4
Besides the
guards. Each...
There's only 4?
Yeah, okay, it's been 4 the
Yeah.
entire time.
I thought there was more than that.
No. And they're, separate for the most part. But
Yeah.
each one of them, like when you go, like, I mean, someone has to guard this city. Like, I know we don't do that great of a job, but like, we do what we can. With the
Well,
exception, or give me a persuasion roll. This is just going to be like a
Yeah, I was actually going to say, do keep in mind, we've dealt with all of the dangers to the city, and let's just be honest, with those dangers dealt with, there's not much for you to do here anyway, and we're on official business to the king.
And
Also just-
go
just
ahead.
Lazy.
And so most of them will be like, yeah, but it is, I don't know, they're still like, they need us as like an idea, right? It's more just to keep, it's not even like we have to do anything, but it's just the idea of us here helping keep the honest,
To be perfectly frank, I feel like you decrease people's trust in legal authorities rather than increasing it, but that's only
Whereas one person,
from an
though,
outside
the second,
perspective.
and so the 3 others are just still like, yeah, sorry. But one of them's like, fuck, are you paying?
We are paying, yes, and I'll pull out 10 gold.
And he's like, hell yeah, bruh. All right, man, this place.
Wait, is it the guard which guard is that? The one who was scared or the one who messed up the investigation for the dead body?
This is actually one that, like, you haven't really interacted with much.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's the only one that's decent at his job, and he's
Right.
Yeah, literally.
Oh my god.
he's
Does
like,
that include...
He's just the average guard stuck in his ragtag.
you do know of the guards is the guard who has like his armor and weapons the best maintained.
Oh god, that's actually sad.
Look
Like-
at your armor, so nicely maintained. It'd be a shame to leave you in a dump like this.
He's like, literally, dude.
We'd be happy to have you along.
Thank you. Like, honestly, and you said it's like king's business. This doesn't even count as me deserting, technically, right? This is
Yes, we're going to be doing dealings with the king on several matters. First and
Perfect.
foremost, we might come into possession of this town as its leaders, but that's a distant avenue. Otherwise, we have several bounties that we're working on, and business with several authorities, including Escara, if you've met her. She's important.
Cool, got it. All right. All
You'd
I need to know.
recognize her if you saw her. Ice magic, all that. It's very impressive.
All right, sounds good to me. Gonna be honest.
Did I also talk to the mayor's direct bodyguard?
Mm-hmm. And he's like, the poor guy's useless. I don't know what would happen to him if I wasn't around. I'm sorry. I appreciate the out, but
You
I
can
really-
guard his essence with us.
That
It's
is
official
true.
king business. You can. He should be.
appreciate
You
it.
know, it's like he's walking with us to the king himself. You might as well come with.
I'm sorry. I really appreciate the offer. It's very generous, and it's really dumb of me to not
I keep
accept.
pulling out more platinum.
Yeah, and he
more
just
money.
like looks and you could just see his soul leaving his body with each coin that you show.
I
There's
hold up 2 platinum. If you leave with us right now, these are yours.
He's like, I know, and I know you're being honest, and that's more gold than I'll probably see in my lifetime, but it wouldn't feel right.
Well, that's a shame, and I
Yeah.
leave with Enki.
And meanwhile, the other dude's like, at this point, he's with you guys. He's like, sounds like a fucking you problem, my guy.
I high five him.
And he high fives back. He's like, it's like, oh, look at you on your big moral high ground with your low moral wallet, bitch.
He's going in.
We're gonna
That's
come
it.
back to this town, and this guy's just gonna be in like full gold armor. You're gonna, hey, what's up, brothers?
Comes back at level 100.
So,
Yo,
Anyway.
what have you guys been up to? I just killed a dragon, right?
I'm about to make some money. Hell yeah, dude. This place is boring as fuck. Every once in a while, you get adventurers come by who just do everything for you. God, I'm ready to fucking kill something, man.
I feel
Well,
like the
we're
other
ready
guards
to-
are just like failed businessmen who like just were born in this town, and this guy's the only one who like was an actual guard transferred over here. I was like, bro, what?
So,
We
bro,
He's the only
promised
one
there
who's
will be a lot more
disciplined,
for you
bro.
to do.
I got.
He's the only one who's disciplined.
Thank
Maintain
God.
his stuff.
Oh,
this guy's
shoot.
a homie.
Hey, wait. I think I overheard though. You said you have to be cool with goblins, right?
Goblins, orcs,
Yeah. No, that's fine.
automatons, dragonborn.
Oh no, I'm not. So I'm asking specifically, just because I, may or may not have killed a couple goblins. Just because they're coming into the city and the little shits are so small. You try to knock them out, but I don't even think we have a prison here. I'm gonna be honest with you. And so the little fuckers ended up just kind of dying when you hit them sometimes, and it's just like it's just
Well,
easier,
Happens to the best of us.
Yeah,
They're
okay.
understanding.
Oh, okay, cool. Like, as long as they don't have like an issue with that, and like they don't seem to have an issue with that, because again, they never like attack. They just try to steal shit, and then like they'll attack you if you're clearly attacking them.
No,
or
no,
at
they're
least
on a
they'll
different
attack-
program now. They're
Mm.
taking a course that we've provided for them. You could even help or join that course if you like.
Sure, dude. Like again, man. Like you're the one giving me money. I just tell me what I'm doing. Under the rule of the crown, you're the one who's telling me what I'm
Of
doing.
course.
Yeah.
I mean, and I hold up Ava and I shake her around, but I don't specify what I'm doing. Like under the rule of the crown, just shaking a goldfish in a test tube.
Yeah, he just kind of looks at you. He's like, "Bro, you're a weird flying little dude. I like that."
In his head, I say, "She's the princess."
and he'll kind of like, hold on. And
If you would happen to be the prince, would you?
and he'll just kind of look and be like, "Huh." But yeah.
Detect thoughts. Detect thoughts.
Yeah,
Detect thoughts.
yeah,
Detect
yeah,
thoughts.
yeah.
Detect thoughts.
So
Wisdom save.
yep. And what does it have to
Is
meter
Corb
be?
still drinking? 16, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, hasn't gone up yet.
I'm just periodically
okay.
just clicking on it.
Oh, he doesn't get a save for surface level thoughts. I wasn't gonna dig deep anyway. I just
Oh.
wanted the surface level.
Okay. Well, I already did the roll, so wee. All right. So you hear, not in his voice, but another distant voice shrieking, and I have to. She has to save me. She has to save me. She's in trouble. She's gonna die because of me. She's gonna die because of me. And then it fades out.
That's all.
Yep. And then, of course, the surface level thoughts are, I didn't realize there was a princess, but sure.
But that was so.
Mhm.
The experience that I just went through was from his mind,
Mhm.
but also distant.
Yeah.
Experience? What do you mean experience?
It was an experience,
Yeah,
guys.
you
Don't
know,
worry. Me and Chef had an
whole trip, bro.
experience in the
Mhm.
secret
Yeah,
chamber.
you know, Bartholomew's having an experience as well in the
We're all having experiences today.
I'm drinking.
And like,
Okay.
and he does kind of grab his head for a moment. He's like, "Oh man, I got a wicked headache though. Do any of y'all are healers or something?"
Huh. We do, here, come to the inn. We'll see if Severance or Timmel can patch you up.
Cool. And he's like, honestly, I
And
think, you know what, maybe just a drink. Nothing a good drink can't fix.
Yeah.
Oh, then you're gonna want to.
I'm gonna love this guy.
And he's like, hey, barkeep, I'll take one for the road, huh? 'Cause I'm
He's
getting
with
my
us,
ass
Gregory.
out of here. Gregory's just like, sure.
Yeah, it's under our tab. He's fine. To the rest of the group, and I will move to a corner and pull out Ava. Everyone, when I just peered into that gentleman's mind, I heard something very, very strange. I believe the words were, she needs... Somebody was saying, I need her help, and she's going to die because of me. Very panickedly and repeatedly, similar words along those lines. But it seemed, and this is just in the party's minds, it seemed like it was from somewhere beyond him. I'm very, very confused. Not sure if anybody else has any thoughts about having a guard tagging along with us who has thoughts that are not his own.
If you can deal with Voldemort over here.
Does that mean he just has like a connection with someone?
Chef,
Beyond
would you say it felt like it was connecting to a mind that wasn't his, or it was something that was so deep in his mind that he wasn't aware of it?
Make an Arcana roll.
That's a good one.
26. It sounded almost like it was resonating deep from within, but still wasn't his. Like it was originating from within him, but yet was not his. It sounded like that of a scared child.
Yeah, I gathered that much. I will convey. It seemed like it was not exactly him, but like you say, he has a connection to something within him, and it might be more pervasive to everyone here. I'm curious what would happen if I dug into some of our other entourage's minds.
I would
Ava?
say bring him along.
Yes, very, very correct. But I just don't understand. It's very...
Game, I'm drunk.
Oh, yeah.
Glorban, Timmel drinking.
Timmel or Glorb are just kind of like intoxicated at this point. It's further out.
Midday.
Yep.
Ava, did you experience anything when I was speaking to that gentleman there?
No. The water kind of moved along pretty well, so the shaking didn't bother me too much. It's okay.
You were shaking her?
We'll just...
Oh yes, I may have not followed your advice and presented that she was the princess, but he seemed so relaxed, and it got information. So, I mean, I just assumed he wasn't involved with the higher authorities, and peering into his thoughts, it seems that that isn't the case. He's involved with something.
Were you waving money in his face again?
No, just Ava. I mean, you were there. I guess we would have talked off to the side. But can I use minor illusion to mimic the voice that I heard?
Yeah.
For Ava specifically to hear?
You said it was a child's
Give
voice,
me another Arcana check just to see if you're able to.
Nice. Not as good, but it's still decent.
And, so yeah, you kind of are able to get it. Let me just do a quick roll on this end. Alright. Okay. So as you play that, she kind of tilts her head for a moment, and she's like, I know that voice. I don't know who it is. My mind's still a little foggy, but I know that. And as she pauses for a bit more, and she's like, I think that's Aiden.
I figured as much. The gentleman we were talking to, not the right age nor appearance, I would assume?
No. I mean, admittedly, he's a bit younger than that guy. At least, especially when I last saw him, I think.
The passage of time might be iffy if you've been transformed for longer than you're aware.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Very unlikely. I don't think it was him, but he certainly has a connection to your brother. Strange.
Yeah, sorry, he doesn't look familiar to me at all, but there's a lot of memory I just don't have, so, maybe...
This is something to experiment with on the road. Perhaps I'll bring up similar information to someone else trustworthy among the caravan.
Yeah.
And see if they have a similar reaction, and then we'll know it's not him specifically. But if no one else has a similar reaction, we'll know that he in particular has a connection to you.
Right. As he's just...
Well, I don't think there's much we can do about this now, unless anyone else has anything to say on the matter.
Oh, Gregory. Another one.
It's lit.
I feel like you've exceeded the payment, the tab that you'd put up previously at this point.
And yeah, Gregory's just like, yeah, about a little bit.
By how much?
Needles tab, he's rich.
No, it's fine. You guys are heading out. I don't want to cause trouble on your way out.
That's how you get your money's
Out of
worth, boys.
character, real quick. I know we were going to end session early because we were missing a few people.
Oh, yes, that's true. Thank you. Good.
So we might want to try and find a place to wrap up.
Yep, I think this is a decent spot. Once
This is
the
around a good
characters
spot, yeah.
hit the road, I think is a good spot to call it.
All right.
And I think with that, this kind of is there any last thing the characters are doing before hitting the road?
What's the guard's name?
You'll overhear him as he's drinking. And he's like, "Oh yeah, yo, my name." He's like, "Oh, bro, wait, I just realized I haven't introduced myself, nor have you. I'm Kyle Vanderbilt." Cause I'm
Kyle.
Bill. Just kidding, man. But I kind of am. You have to if you're a soldier, right? Or at least you should.
Unfair to me, everyone's built. And I will shake his hand.
It seems like
Needles, pleasure to meet you. Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say you're probably the only competent guard we've seen so far, really.
Yeah, this place is fucked.
I would like to fist bump, if I may.
Yeah. He'll totally fist bump, and then even after, add like a little flourish to it of like wiggling the fingers or something. Yeah. Like he'll make a little rock symbol afterwards and do a little rock out. But yeah, man, you guys seem pretty chill. This is gonna be fun. Like honestly, this is great. I don't know why those losers decide to choose like whatever reasons of staying behind. I guess they have to do duty or whatever. Like this is a duty. Like it's a duty to ourselves, right, man? Like whatever, their problem.
Yeah, man.
And then
Well, it
with
seems like we have everyone together, right?
yeah, we'll say everyone's gathered up, and unless there's any last things you guys would like to do, you meet up with the goblins and begin your journey towards Little Castleton.
Or should we like say who's like in the carriages, who's walking? Or should we say that for like next session?
We'll save that for next time, just because there's
Okay.
not even a guarantee that you'll run into an encounter on the way that will require that to matter. If you do run into that, we'll go over it when it becomes relevant.
Okay.
Okay, who turned it into a bukkake party?
And with that, we will call the session. Thank you
Nice.
for joining.
I just realized I forgot to do my D100s for the beginning.
Yeah, I know. Oh yeah, see, there's that luck roll. We did it during the session.
I think I didn't roll too much this session.
And with that,